One more time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Aborigine, Aborigine, Aborigine. Welcome to the Aborigine channel. This is Peanut Nola 504. And we back at it again. We are back at it again for another exclusive. And I have the Chief Real Rap, and we're going to be talking about the these Pan-African Americans, these so-called Pan-African Americans. Okay, they are falling. I mean, slowly but surely, their message is falling. And I want you guys to understand that slowly but surely, their message is falling. And we are here to bring light to a lot of things that is going on in our, with our nation of people, and the swindling, the jobbing people over money. That stuff is going away because people are understanding the the real truth about themselves. Excuse me for coughing. The real truth about themselves. And I want you guys to understand that we are now taking front stage on the truth. There's no longer people who are of course you still got people out here that are debunking some of the things that we are teaching, but they can't go, the lies can only go so far. And we're not going to allow the dictatorship of the lies to exist like we have in the past. Okay. And I want you guys to please mute your mic if you're coming in. Please mute your mic. Today I have Chief Real Rap on the panel. Chief Real Rap is when I tell you this brother here is a real great teacher, and he's a young brother that I just admire so much, and that I just love him coming back on the channel. You know what I'm saying? It's just my pleasure. You know what I'm saying? But I want you guys to understand that we are waking up. We are no longer in our captivity. We are no longer living in our captivity. Them days are over with. Stop allowing these people to look at you like a slave. Stop allowing the slave mentality to exist. Everybody is not going to love your message. Everybody is not going to love what you're teaching. But it's up to us to spread the good news to our people. Our message is not for everybody. And I want you guys to understand that. Everything that we teach is not for everybody. Everybody, we're here to teach the lost tribes. The tribes that are lost, that are running around believing they are something that they're not. We are here for the lost tribes, the people who don't realize what the things that they have done in this country. Real Talk TV in the house, EJ in the house. I want you guys to understand that the lies that have been told over and over about our people will no longer exist. They will no longer exist, because we are about the good news. We are about the teachings of what the Most High has brought us here. Chalet in the house. We are about the teachings of the Most High. This is a spiritual thing. This is not a religious thing. So I'm going to start this off. How you doing, Najia Welch? We'll get to you, Najia. But right now we're going to start this off with Chief Real Rap. We got a big bill today. We're going to talk about the contradictions of the Pan-African American. There's a lot, and salute to Chief Stephen Redcliffe. Shout out to the chief. But we're gonna talk about the contradictions. There's a lot of contradictions, and they are worried. Tariq Nasheed, he's you've been watching him move closer and closer of trying to get basically all of a sudden now he's talking about he's an Indian now. He's talking about now he's a native. We ain't no natives. We know you got it screwed. We didn't call ourselves a native. We are Aborigine. We are the beginning and the end. We are the beginning and the end. Shout out to our Aboriginal power. Shout out to that brother. One of the most powerful channels out here on the set. You heard me? And shout out to Rainstorm, Chief Rainstorm. How you doing out there? We got some powerful chiefs in the house tonight, this evening. But we're gonna go with real rap. Let's go, real. Halito, real rap.
Peace, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Halito. Peace to the lineage. Peace to the panel. Yeah, I was getting the clips ready. Got a good build today. Peace to my brother, Peanut. You know what I'm saying? Gratitude for the kind words. And salute to my salute to my brother, Mr. Paz, man. Aboriginal power, I see you too, bro. Salute. Um, the whole thing with what my brother was saying, Peanut, what he was saying is when you have people that come out and teach but give off misinformation, they mean well. You know what I'm saying? You have people like Tariq Nasheed who came out with the Hidden Color series, right? I know a lot of people, myself included, had watched it, you know what I'm saying, before I was into the knowledge that I'm on now. I gave it a chance. I watched it. I felt like there were truths and there were things that I didn't fully disagree on or disagree with. Pardon me. And the whole thing is, I've never heard a retraction of Tariq Nasheed going back and retracting all that BS that he put in Hidden Colors. Because once I came into the knowledge and realized that a lot of what he was pushing, it comes from not only the white curriculum, uh, but if it's not if it's not if it's not BS as far as like the origin, you know what I'm saying? Him telling us that we come from Africa is BS. But they do that because number one, I believe they're paid agents, number one. And number two, they they move to what is profitable. You know what I'm saying? So they push a narrative. And the whole thing about Tariq Nasheed, Umar, all these cats, Kaba, even some of the females. I tell people all the time that I don't respect these so-called scholars that tell you that you're from Africa. I don't care what else comes out of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a lot of respect for Kaba.
Sonetta.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't look at Sonetta as a, you know what I'm saying, as a mentor, as anybody that I take serious. Sonetta is a clown ass nigga.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
we don't salute no shot Sinetta on this channel. Go ahead,
Nah,
brother.
nah. And salute to my brother J Real. I see you, bro. So like the whole thing is like when you have the people's ear and you purposely pushing them in the wrong direction, I have no respect for you. I don't care what truths may come out of your mouth at times. When you tell my people that they not from here, for me, is F you. That's why I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't deal and we can't deal and we don't have time, not only to dodge the hijack, you know what I'm saying, like how people like to say, but you have to you have to get through the red tape, you know what I'm saying, of even understanding who you are, unless you were blessed enough, you know what I'm saying, to have a lineage that told you who you were. And like not everybody has the same situation. Some of us knew from the beginning of who we were. So you know what I'm saying? So we don't all start from the same spot. But the thing with Tariq is, like I said, I haven't heard a retraction yet because he was telling you that for years that you was from Africa. Now he's pushing this so-called foundational Black American, and he's still teaching the people about reparations, which is more BS. You know what I'm saying?
That's
The
right.
the whole the whole thing about Tariq, Umar, Kaba, Phil Valentine, all these cats, all these people that my people love to big up. You know what I'm
Polite.
saying? Like all these cats, these cats are not for you. You know what I'm saying? If they lying to you, if they lying to your children, to your lineage, how can you trust anything, that comes out of somebody that's misdirecting you, that's misguiding you, that's misleading you, and then completely um foregoes the direction that he was taking you in and bringing you to this so-called foundation America. Why? Because we're waking up as a people. Our people are waking up, and once again, these opportunists are going to want to jump on the bandwagon. And for instance, before I continue, let me bring up a point. And Peanut, I want you to address this right quick, brother. We were talking on the last live, and I say it all the time. You know what I'm saying? If I come and build with you, if I present information, I'm not charging you for that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Because I didn't pay for this information. Now, there's certain ex, ex,
Oh,
ex,
Roland Martin. Thank you, Chief. He also said Roland Martin.
yep, yeah, Roland Mars, another one, man. Now there's certain exemptions. You know what I'm saying? If 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 we on say like on an archaeological find, you know what I'm saying? And we out there excavating, you know what I'm saying, going to the ancient murals, going to the ancient pyramids and actually, discovering some shit, and you don't want to just give that to the world for free. I could understand that.
That's correct.
But niggas ain't doing that shit. Niggas is reading books, you know what I'm saying? Is getting the same old recycled information. Cats ain't going to the Library of Congress. Cats ain't going to museums, you know what I'm saying? Like real museum, like real historical museums, getting this shit from the law. They're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't respect anybody just coming up here calling themselves a teacher. No, I build. I don't teach. You know what I'm saying? I present information and I build. And I wanted my brother to Peanut to speak on that before I continue to go on Tariq.
Yeah. I thank you for saying that because I just was ranting about that about 2 weeks ago about we have self entitlement problems. We are as a nation of people. We have self entitlement. We think that we own the content out here. We think that what we say can't be researched. All these things out here, if you are for the betterment of the people, you are out here to teach people. You're not worrying about where you got it from. Now they got people out here that are swindling. You can learn something even from the swindlers. People who are lying, you could take some good from them. I have told people for many times that you listen, like Roland Martin. Roland Martin wants you to, he wants you to die in the Democrat Party. He wants you to slave under the Democrat Party. Now and these people are a prime example of what is wrong for America. The fact is, they have been enslaving our minds, and we can sit up here and I talk about Umar Johnson, and he has some good things when he talks about black boys and all this other stuff, but then he talks about the African movement about let's all go back to Africa. You go your ass back to Africa. And then when we sit here and not just talking about him, then you listen to Tariq Nasheed, and they all want money in the end. It's all about the money and not about teaching. It's okay to get donations on your channel and somebody like what you say, somebody like what you're doing, somebody enjoy your content. But I'll be damned if somebody demands me to open up my pocketbook. And these are if I learned something from you, and I think that you are well deserved. And I say, you know what? I want to give a little bit out of the hard working money that I work for. And I want to take some of that out of my family's home to give to you. You got to be something special. And the sad thing is, we don't put ourselves to work. We don't work hard enough to earn the public trust. We don't work hard enough to earn their trust. We just want to put our hands out. And I'm telling you this, conscious community is not so consciousness. I don't like it. It's brainwashing. We have the system is garbage. We got a lot of brothers out here who are leading us to stray. and they are sellouts to the white man. Don't you know that that the worst people are our people? It ain't the white man. It's our people. And understand that they're doing the oppressing. They're oppressing us just as bad as the white man has ever oppressed us. Because if you don't fall down to their agenda, then you're not black enough. If you don't fall down to their agenda, you ain't real enough. You ain't woke enough. We out here to teach this truth. This brother out here, he's learning. The internet has given us a way to be able to do research. We all are scientists. We all are history book teachers. And I think it's a shame that we got all these people competing and want to debate. Damn it, I ain't debating you. For what? Two people hollering and screaming over something that's supposed to be for the people.
Can't debate facts.
You can't. So you go ahead,
Can't
brother.
debate facts.
I didn't ran it enough. And how you doing, Indigenous Warrior 504, Indigenous Warrior? How you doing, Nigel Wealth? Before I kick it into because you know, brother, he's about to go in. So beforehand, do you have anything to say, 504 Indigenous Warrior?
Hello? You can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear you, brother.
yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, peace and blessings to everybody on the chat and the minds. But I was listening to what I was saying and stuff like that. But I was just saying, it ain't just we can't just say it's Tariq Nasheed and Umar. It's been, people who here in America still think they Africans. Me and you have been, me and you have been on a post where we went back and forth to people in America who believe they from Africa and was born here. So it ain't just them. We have people in our own community, our own backyard. We got to vet out.
That's
Like
right.
we always say, hey, everybody can better go where we going.
Everybody,
And see,
everybody
and
not
it's
going where
sad
you're
that
going. You're
we done
right.
put out. And you got a prime example, bro. A prime example. You called me the other day. You talking about the incident with the African coming trying to come and tell you all life stories that and stuff like that. You had to go and correct him, and he still was offended.
You're breaking
You
up a
see what I'm
little
saying?
bit, bro.
And they get
Yeah,
mad
you're
when you
breaking
try to.
up, brother. You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, well, and when we sit there and we try to tell people the truth, they still try to find a way to discredit us, and they want us to do the research and come back and give it to them and do their homework for them. So what you gonna do?
Wow. What you said, Nazia?
We're living in the we're living
I
we
say
we
that
live
it's
we live in a
hypocritical to
time
me.
Hold on. I think you
we're
ain't
living in a
finished. Go ahead.
time where nobody should know nothing.
It's
It's too
better
much
now,
information
504. It's a little
telling
clear.
you who you are.
Okay, go ahead, Nas.
It's hypocritical because it's funny because what they don't understand, Umar Johnson, all these other so-called black leaders, they teaching certain things right, but they putting them same exact certain things to the wrong stance. They putting all the right information to the hypocritical pan African and so-called African American movement, which don't make sense to me. I'm like, why are you still doing it? For what? You doing it for money, that all that stuff we already know about. But for what? For
But
what?
Nas ain't none of them moving to Africa. They tell you all. I think the funny thing is real rap is when people tell you the telling all of us to go to Africa, but their ass ain't going to Africa. If it was
Hey,
all about trying to get us all back to Africa, go back to Africa.
hey, they tried that already. It was called the American Colonization Society. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna build on that after I get done with Tariq Kunas. Let me know. Just remind me. But not that's facts, man. And to what 504 was saying earlier. And salute to brother Nas. Um, you can't you can't have people, number one, tell you who you are, tell you your history, tell you anything about your language, people, nothing. And that's where I was saying on my live the other night, where that's where the God comes into place. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking about the matriarch. That's why we had to build one another up, because don't nobody love a good breakdown, you know what I'm saying, like how when it comes from the mother, how when it comes from you. Now, as brothers, we build, you know what I'm saying? We do great building, but that's the whole thing about raising up the acuity, you know what I'm saying, of our people, because we need to fix our balance. And like what y'all were saying, the debate, you know what I'm saying? We don't debate facts. Is it gonna change? You know what I'm saying? Whether I yell, whether I talk smooth, it don't matter what I say. It's still gonna be what it's gonna be. A fact, the truth. We don't debate truth. You know what I'm saying? Now we'll debunk the bullshit, but we don't debate truth. And that's the whole thing
That's right.
about what we're saying today. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing about, because I wanted to address one comment. I saw the sister say something. One thing about it is, look, if I go and buy, certain reading material, certain books, that's on me from my own personal, knowledge. And if I decide to share that, you know what I'm saying, that's out the love. Now I feel you, you know what I'm saying, because that's why I made the analogy or the example of, if you're actually doing discovery, or like you're doing archaeological data and work, then that's completely different. That's why I say it's some exceptions, you know what I'm saying. For instance, if I was in a career field where insider information is how I made my money, that's different, you know what I'm saying. But when you sharing this knowledge to the people, number one, that's why I said it's already a lot of red tape for our people to even find us, number one. Then once they do find us, you have to break the indoctrination process, number two. The indoctrination is really number one, because myself included am still breaking indoctrinations every day, because they get us from childhood. They start early in our childhood. That's why people
Wow.
like these so-called scholars that our people respect are toxic. Why? They want to debate. You know what I'm saying? They want to put on these lecture tours, which is nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to put on a lecture tour and tell my people that they're from Africa, what the fuck, it's part of my language. What are you doing? What are you
Hey,
doing,
hey,
man? Like,
brother, and not to cut you off, bro. That's why they always tell you the most vulnerable of the kids is from the age of what, 4 years old, all the way up until they finish high school, because they can program them to do what they want to do and how they want to do it in that age range. Now we got to and debunk everything they taught us from age 4 years old up until we finish high school.
That's right. That's
Not to
right.
cut you off, go
that's
ahead,
that.
brother.
It's a vulnerable stage. You're right. Go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
So I got the clip ready. I know y'all been seeing this coon ass nigga for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip. Let me make sure my audio is sharing. I don't think I clicked that option. Let me go back and unshare. Let me hit the audio.
Okay.
Yeah, share audio. So
Okay.
look,
While you doing that technical difficulty,
it's right here.
yeah. While you doing that, I'm gonna see what. Go ahead, Najee.
Mm. It's
Let me know when y'all
always
ready.
it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh with the coonery that they all do. It's so fun. It's funny that even actors and actresses, they got Samuel L. Jackson, got him Pan African mode. They got Whoopi Goldberg, and then she broke out. She even broke out and even she really broke her stuff and said, I ain't from no Africa. She told it on the one free on that freaking show herself out of her own mouth in front of everybody in America's face. I'm not of no Africa. I was already here,
So
just
what
like
do
my
you think?
ancestors.
What do you think about this Coming to America video? It reminds me the same thing that they did for Black Panther. They have the everybody got all excited because the white man give them something. I said white man give it to them because
Bullshit.
they believe they're African. I love Coming to America, and before I start realizing that it was I looked at it as a comedy, as it is a comedy. But when I'm sitting here and I see so many Americans that are melanated people, they get so ecstatic when they see these African movies. That gets so it just, and then and you notice that this African man came to get a American woman, American melanated woman, and bring her over to Africa to be her queen. Okay, so I just in some way these movies are trying to portray and push this on us. Shout out to Bronze. Shout out to Marquis Smith. Shout out to Rainstorm again. Shout out to Rashad. Shout out to Lady Solo. Tasha X. Um, Shout out to Johnny Everhart because I didn't get a chance to say that when they got in. Of course, the Chief Red Clay, Charles Johnson, Sister Stewart. Shout out to you, and shout out to the gas spitter. Okay, so if I didn't get you, I definitely will
That
get you.
movie was
Chick Roots. Definitely shout out to you. Go ahead, go ahead, bro.
that movie was some bullshit, bro.
Mm.
Now that I ain't gonna lie, now that I'm grown and I know the truth, I saw it for some bullshit. Because why was your woman, if you from Africa, this so-called Africa, what was the whole purpose of coming to America? Your woman ain't no good over there. Y'all women ain't no good. You had to come miles away to come get an American woman. You see what I'm saying? He's trying to
Mm.
find a way to connect you back to Africa. That was the
How did
whole
they?
kick of the
Can I ask
movie.
you this, brother? I'm not the like. I don't like cutting you up, but I gotta ask you this question: how in the hell did they have a son? When did he? When did he have this woman? Because the very first movie, when did he get a chance to sleep with another
You
woman?
want me to tell
Hey,
you the truth? They
hey,
went
look, hold
there.
on.
They went
Hey, look, hold
there
on. Yeah.
and they went there and edited the movie to make it seem like he slept with the black sister, the melanated sister, and had a baby 30 years ago. They went and edited the movie so they can have so his son can heir the throne. I say, man, this is some. I text you and told you this is some bull.
Chief Real Rap. All right, it's going, bro.
I'm good. I'm waiting on y'all.
Brandon,
y'all,
Brandon
y'all done got
Rogers,
off on a
Brandon,
tangent.
Brandon Rogers, Chief Brandon Rogers in the house. Shout out to you, brother. But we about to go ahead. Did you send me the clip so I could put it in?
Nah, man. All you gotta do is share my screen. It's already It's already sharing.
No,
I just
well,
didn't want to play the video
normally.
over y'all.
Okay, well, go ahead on. Let me. I don't have it where I don't see it
Oh,
in
go
the
ahead, bro.
private
Do your
chat.
thing.
So
Nah, man. Look,
send it to me
I
so I
got
can
you.
share, brother. Go
Peanut,
ahead.
it's already sharing. All you gotta do is mute your mic, brother. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay,
good.
mute my mic.
I'm taking care of y'all, man. Tony,
Shout
peace,
out to Tony. Shout out to
peace,
Tony.
Tony. Chicken Harmony, Shayla, Charles Johnson. I
I
see
call her
y'all.
Chick
Peace,
Roots. I call her
peace,
Chick
peace.
Roots. There. Let me go ahead on and mute this. All right, we're gonna mute.
All right. Now I'm gonna mute mine too.
Wah 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 wah. Where the Wheel of Fortune is? We're still waiting on you.
Oh, y'all can't hear it?
No, we can't hear it. Be in
My
silence,
bad.
brother. Be in
I'm
silence,
playing
bro.
the damn video. All right, my bad. See, I forgot to hit share audio again. My bad. All right, here we go, y'all. My bad, my bad. Look, share my screen, Peanut.
Shoot the DJ.
All right, you see it? All right, yeah. We sharing. All right, here we go. Nah, bro, you gotta share my screen. That's why. Okay, you still not sharing my screen, Peanut. Hold on, look. Go into the go into where it says guest. Cause like you on your phone, right? Peanut, come off mute, Peanut. There you go. Now that's how you do it. Now let me go back a little bit. All right. Appreciate the patience, y'all.
Hey,
Appreciate the
this the one, this
patience.
the video I was checking out.
This is it right here. All right, y'all. All right, here we go.
Jackson to push that African American thing, because our experience here is completely unique to any other persons on the planet. Nobody on the planet has had an experience as Black Americans. We have a very distinct and unique history. Another reason why we shouldn't say African American is because many people who are classified as Black are actually mixed in with Native American.
Right there. Let's pause. All right. Hey, so y'all can still hear me, right?
Go ahead, brother. You got the show. Go ahead.
All right.
Break them down. Break them down.
We're gonna run it back a little bit, but it's a few contradictions in there before I even stopped it. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand. People like this is that old phrase that y'all hear, all skin folk ain't kin folk. This nigga is a coon, man. This nigga, y'all just heard him. He said y'all mixed with the Native American. Number one, Native Americans are Title 25, which means they're wards of the state. Number one, so-called, because I don't even like to give them the native because they're not native. You know what I'm saying? They're not indigenous. They're not Aborigine. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give them shit. But once again, we're gonna run it back about 10, 15 seconds. Y'all listen to him and the bullshit. Because if you never knew that this knowledge was out here and this was your point of reference, this is why people have the debates. This is why people waste time and energy, because of people like this. So we're gonna go through the contradiction one more time and I'm gonna let it play. Hold up.
Jackson to push that African American thing, because our experience here is completely unique to any other persons on the planet. Nobody on the planet has had an experience as Black Americans. We have a very distinct and unique history.
Pause again right quick before you finish with the bullshit. If y'all didn't know, Black, the term Black, if you look up the etymology, you'll see a word called necromancy, and it means to be dead. Also, one of the definitions of Black is pale. You know what I'm saying? It's no morality, no light. That's why I don't accept the term Black. And we can get the etymology once we get done with this, but these are what they do. They'll give a percent of truth and 99% BS. You know what I'm saying? But this is what my sisters say when they be talking about word spells. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, dead.
this nigga knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? This nigga,
He definitely knows what he's doing.
he's smart. He's not intelligent, but he's smart. And when you understand the term smart, it's not a compliment. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, he's giving word spells right now. That's what he's doing, and he's manipulating. So let me run it back. I'm gonna let it play through, and then we're gonna get this nigga off the screen, and we're gonna keep building.
Shout out to everybody just came in. Sean, shout out to you.
For sure.
Jackson to push that African American thing, because our experience here is completely unique to any other persons on the planet. Nobody on the planet has had an experience as Black Americans. We have a very distinct and unique history. Another reason why we shouldn't say African American is because many people who are classified as Black are actually mixed in with Native American. Many Black people who are called Black are actually native to this land. A lot of people, there's a running joke about people saying, well, I'm mixed with Indian. The truth is, many Black people are mixed with Indian because many Indians, Native Americans, were reclassified as Black.
I don't know how much more BS y'all want to listen. You know, I'm already repulsed. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to
Y'all hearing the
continue.
words? Y'all hearing it out of his mouth? They hearing it
Hey,
Um,
out of his mouth.
say,
Talking
bro.
about we mix with these people.
Hey, say, bro. Say, bro. He don't even
good.
know the. First of all, he don't know what the he talking about. First of all, because you led with black. First of all, you said black. Black is there. We know that. So what's the next thing? You didn't even. You saying you. You should have said they're Aboriginal or indigenous because they are. Come on, man. Look, this dude got me
He
hot.
don't want
Man,
to. He
look,
don't
bro.
want to give that word.
Hold on, bro.
He don't even know the word Aborigine. He don't even know it because he don't. He's not gonna speak something. He know it, but he ain't gonna tell you that.
But he ain't gonna say the truth because he don't want to mess his
He
money
gonna
up.
say you mixed
You see,
in.
he don't want to tell the truth because he don't want to mess his money up. Yeah, so he can keep his money going.
That's
Man,
some
this dude.
bullshit. But
Oh my God.
I told you you can't make this up. I done told people. I said, look, he gonna say you're halfway Indian. He ain't gonna say you're all the way.
But look, but look, but look. Back to what Real said the other day on the live. He said usually when people be cooning, it comes from a line of cooning. So we gotta accept the fact that he didn't just start. Somewhere in his bloodline, in his family, they was doing this. He only inherited, keep it going. You see, so he didn't know enough Stephen A. Smith in them. That's all he is. But he's sending our people down the wrong path about false advertising, giving them wrong information.
What you
Now
say
you're
about
gonna
that,
have people
Nazi?
out here repeat.
Native, half Native American, half African. What if man? He's smoking mental ookadook if he believes that, and already knowing he do. He knows it's true, but he just wanna advertise. Oh my god, that was funny. That's stupid. How in the freaking world you gonna try to compare us to the so-called Native Americans that ain't even from here? Key
And they
word: native,
Mongoloids. They Mongoloids. They
native.
native to Siberian Asia. That's who they native to. And I think that's what pisses me off is the fact that they are calling them they saying that they are native to two continents because America is a continent, not a country. America is a continent, not a country. And I hate when people cut off America just with North America. They don't talk about South America and they don't talk about Canada. People are so messed up. They have lied. They have lied so long. Chief Royal Rap, I need you to tear it up, man. Let's go.
I agree with everything that y'all saying. Hey, share my screen right quick, man, because I'm gonna go through the American Colonization Society as well, in a minute. But the whole thing with Tariq Nasheed, Umar, number one, they was on the same team at one time, right? You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
He was on the same team. So how you gonna preach, allegedly preach, all this coming up together, you know what I'm saying, when your own comrade, you know what I'm saying, what rivals become enemies, I don't even man, I don't even know how the phrase go when I can't remember, but it's clown shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. What 504 brother said was straight up on point. You know what I'm saying? You have to toe that line. That's what these coon ass niggas do. You got to toe that line. Why? Because you're not gonna mess up your money or your commerce. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, you know, in my opinion, who sponsors you and who's behind you means a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't need, once again, like I said, pale face to teach us anything when we have brilliant minds here. Or once again, these niggas is always talking about fiat, right? But I don't see any of these dudes putting actual what they call group economics to work. is BS, man. It's selling a narrative. It's selling false hope. Like for years, I used to listen to this coon ass nigga talk about replacing this system with a system of justice. Nigga, how? Nigga, nigga can't put together a barbecue without some BS going on. So that's what I say. These niggas sell false hope. Why? Let me get into this definition right quick. Remember when I was telling y'all that black, one of the definitions is pale? You know what I'm saying? It also, look, it says pale again. It says the usual old English word for quote unquote black was swart, allegedly, according to OED and me. It's often doubtful whether black, blake means black, dark, or pale, colorless, used of dark-skinned people in Old English, allegedly. Because there's no black-skinned people on the planet. But look, let's get into the BS of the definition. That's what I want y'all to focus on. Let me zoom in. That's what I want y'all to focus on right here. It says meaning fierce, terrible, wicked. I told you, word spells from late 14th century. Figurative senses often come from the notion of without light. But if you scroll up, how is there more contradictions? Absorbing all light, right? It says absorbing all light. But then when you get to the real definition, the origin of the definition, it means without light. You know what I'm saying? We are what? We are light bearers. We are people of the light. We're children of the sun. So how are you going to claim the term black and completely contradict your own heritage, your own origin, who you are as a person, your spirit, all that? These are word spells, man. And these people know what they're doing. At the end of the day, I said earlier, how can we big up the U.S. education system? How? When everybody knows that the history is narrative based, it's not truth based. Outside of you children learning how to read, write, and do arithmetic, they learn nothing. For 12 years, they learn nothing. You can teach a child that in a year or two on a proficient level. Why are children so much smarter when you teach them in the home versus going to school where they're not learning shit? Let's get back to it. Meaning fierce, terrible, wicked. It's from late 14th century. Figurative senses often come from the notion of without light, moral or spiritual. Latin, nigger. It's not niger, like how they try to lie and tell you. The pronunciation of this word, nigger, is just like how you have the word police. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have the hard I sound. Had many of the same figurative senses: gloomy, unlucky, bad, wicked, malicious. The metaphoric use of the Greek word melos, however, tended to reflect the notion of shrouded in darkness, overcast. And that's the whole thing too. That's why, it's so important. Salute to the God Lyric, you know what I'm saying? Salute to my sister, salute to Chief Sunowl. They were doing a build last night where they were going through the Shatta language. That's something that we desperately need to do. Whatever tribe that your lineage is from, we need to learn our native tongues again.
Man, just love listening to us, Chief Stephen Rayclay, and he does it time and time. He hasn't done it in a while, but I hope Chief Rayclay will come on. He actually know how to speak the language, and I just admire that about him. You know what I'm saying?
One more
He
thing,
is.
Peanut.
Yeah, go ahead.
And salute to Chief Red Clay, man. If you're out there doing that, peace to you, brother, because
Oh yeah,
our
he
people,
speak the
our people
language,
need
man.
that. Our people need that. Let me get this last line so I can get off of this slide. In English, that's why I said what I said. It has been the color of sin and sorrow at least since the 1300s. And all this comes from the Holy Roman Empire. All this comes from the so-called Moors, Holy Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire. I call them Negropeans. Because you got niggas out here that's teaching people that they come from Europe. Nigga, no, you don't. Number one, you need to do your genealogy and find out for yourself before just taking another nigga's word. But that's where that shit comes from. And one more thing before I finish reading. The whole thing about English, most of the words in English aren't native to England. Everything is either going to be proto German or from the Latin or from any other region. You know what I'm saying? English, they say, is a bastardized language, but you have to understand how it's bastardized because nothing from English draws directly from English or England. Everything comes from other places. It's known as a so-called trade language. You know what I'm saying? So once again, in English, it has been the color of sin and sorrow for at least since the 1300s. The sense of with dark purposes, malignant, emerged 1580s in black art, necromancy. Necromancy means to speak to the dead. You niggas that claim black are walking and talking dead. That's the point, the major point that I wanted to get to. It is also in a sense of black magic, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But that's the whole point. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
we calling each other black, and we not realizing that that word is dimming us to be dead. The word is dimming us to be dead, and we think it's cool to be black because not only when Jesse Jackson in 1988, the people were fighting, did they want to be African American or did they want it to be black? Some of them wanted to be black. Some of them wanted to be Afro American. But they got a lot of the people did not want to be African American. Okay, that was a big old fight in 1988. But some of them was referring to I just would just rather be black, but you'd rather just be dead because you're not getting nothing in your communities. Most when we talk about most, not all so-called African American communities, when we sit there and talk about when they talk about the census and they want you to write your name in the census, you're not getting much for your schools. You're not getting under that name African American or black. You're not getting nothing for your hospitals, your schools. There's a reason for that. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, look, I got my brother in here, G Real. He reminded me that English is the language of business / commerce. All these people know is money. And it's not real money, it's fiat. Because the thing is, that's how they were able to take over. So one thing that my brother, he and I talk about is how these niggas like to claim being a boss, right? How you gonna be a boss when you pay taxes? How you gonna be a boss? I'll use my so-called family, and I say family for a reason because family is a term of servitude. You know what I'm saying? So my family, the coon niggas in my family, they believe that if they work for 40 years, 35, 40 years, work to pay off their house, the land that they allegedly believe that they own, you know what I'm saying? They've achieved a great goal. And the whole thing is the shit was already yours. And on top of everybody understands, when you pay something off, there's still a taxes attached to it. So how is somebody from another country, another landmass, gonna put a tax on you? How? Because all they know is commerce. Because the so-called Jewish, who are really the Khazars, who are also Slavs. Matter of fact, just because I'm petty, let's get into that. Hey, share my screen right quick. Hold on, bro.
I'm hearing in the comments that YouTube is deleting comments.
Nah, that's
Trust
the
me,
Google. Hey, that's the Google moderators, man. Hey, y'all, look. Sometimes what you have to do, if you want to say like a particular curse word or something like that, put an asterisk in between the word. We'll still understand what you're saying, or put it in a slang. Charles Johnson said that earlier. I wanted to say that. Put it in a slang because the algorithm in YouTube or sometimes the Google moderators, because YouTube and Google are in business, in commerce, they don't want certain truths out there, so they're going to stop your First Amendment right, freedom of speech. They
okay,
have
I
no
just
right
want you
under
to know
justice to do.
my minds are not deleting anybody's comments unless you are disrespectful to anybody in the chat or unless you disrespectful to anybody on this panel. Our mods are not in the deleting feeling. We don't tend to have too many haters after Peanut Nola 504. I'm pretty much sure I got some haters, but you know, if we do, they be ready. Okay, so trust me, we are not deleting anything that you're saying. This is open session. Go ahead, brother.
All right, so look, I'm about to share my screen in a second. Hold on, let me come back to StreamYard. All right, share my screen, bro. 1 second. This is the definition of who they are, and they're gonna
Hold
tell
on,
you,
hold on. She said, "Yeah, it looks like y'all not seeing my comment. I don't even get a shout out. Shout out to you, Tasha K. I mean Tasha. Oh Lord, Tasha K. Tasha
Chi.
XI. Chief
The
Tasha.
yeah, not chief. I'm saying chi. X I, like the X and the I, it's
Okay,
pronounced chi.
Tachi.
Like yeah, like Tachi. Yeah, so
Okay,
Tasha.
all right. Shout out to you.
Yeah, we see you, Tasha. Salute. So let's get the share my screen right quick, bro.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Tasha gonna make sure she get her shout out. God damn it, she said you better shout me out. We
Shout out
see
and shout out to Lady Solo.
Lady Solo up in here. Peace, Lady. So I'm not looking at the chat, man, but peace to everybody in here. Peace to all the brothers and sisters in here. All the Incas up in here. Salute. So look, we have this is an account of their history real quick. It's just a small account. And I'm gonna just get right into it. But this is what you can call them. You can call them a Slav because that's what they are. Paleface, their real names are what they're known by is a Slav. So let's get it. The oldest written history of the Slavs can be shortly summarized. Myriads, meaning a lot, of slave hunts and enthrallment. Enthrallment means to go through mental torture, physical torture of entire people. So let's get that again. The oldest written history of the Slavs can be shortly summarized by myriads, a lot of slave hunts, and the enthrallment, mental or physical torture of entire peoples. The Slav was the most prized of human goods, with increased strength outside his marshy land of origin, hardened to the utmost against all privation, industrious, meaning he was a hard worker, content with little, good humor and cheerful. He filled the slave markets of where? Europe, Asia, and Africa, so-called Africa, and we're gonna go into that if we have time. It must be remembered that for every Slavonic slave who reached his destination, at least 10 succumbed to inhumane treatment during transport. Y'all pay attention to that. And to the heat of the climate, y'all pay attention to that. Let me read that again. It says, it must be remembered that for every Slavonic slave who reached his destination, at least 10 succumbed to inhumane treatment during transport into the heat of the climate. Don't that sound like the transatlantic slave trade? This alleged transatlantic slave trade that they lied to
Wow.
you about that never happened?
Wow.
Don't that sound like that? But let's get deeper. Hold up, real rap.
But
Let's
yeah,
get deeper.
there's somebody real rap came in and said, "Are we Moors?" He asked a question.
I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm not a Moor, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not a Moor. I'm not a
You know,
Moor, but
I'm
I'm
not a
just
Moor.
reading the comments. Go ahead, brother.
All right, but look, let me get back to it. So we have a first-hand account of somebody that lived in this time frame. Indeed, Ibrahim, 10th century, himself, all probability a slave dealer, says the Slav cannot travel to Lombardy on the account of the heat. That's the second time that we've seen this heat issue. Now, who is the people that are always talking about climate control? Peanut. Who's always
Oh,
talking about climate control?
well, it's the white man.
Who, when they had to go outside certain parts of the year, then the majority of the year, had to put on that sunscreen?
Definitely the white man.
Exactly, the Slav. His name is, he's a Slav. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get a little deeper though. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let the information speak for itself. Now, this is still the definition of slave, meaning one who has lost the
Truth
power of
searcher.
resistance to some habit or vice from the 1550s. Let me tell you, I'm gonna help y'all out with this. This is probably what he was talking about, this Blackamoor. We can read it. It says Old English Breton also began to be used in the sense of serf, Slav. That's another term that they go by, serf and slave. But we'll get that in a second. Which means slave, apparently is connected to Dazu, pre-Aryan inhabitant of India. Gross Dictionary 1785 has under Negro a blackamoor figuratively keyword used for slave without regard to keyword without regard to race. So when these niggas tell you Moors are black, they tell you a blackamoor is figurative and it's a term used for slave without regard to race. So all you got to do is go to the origin of these words. You know what I'm saying? Let's get serf right quick. This is another term that they go by. What is it? It says serf, late 15th century, servant, serving man, slave, Old French, serf, fossil, servant, slave, 12th century, from Latin, servum, nominative servus, slave, fallen from use in original sense by 18th century. See, that's what they do, man. Once they didn't come into power at all in the 1700s, even the 1800s. They were still fighting for position. So a lot of y'all understand that there was a so-called black rulership of Europe. And to this day, I can show you pictures. I'll pull it up in a second. I can show you the Slav worshiping so-called black deities. Why? Because they were reigned under the Holy Roman Empire and the Byzantines and all the so-called melanated races that ruled. I'm gonna show you right now. You know what? I'm gonna set my screen up and I'm gonna come back. Hey, Peanut, take over right quick, bro.
Yeah.
You on it?
I want people to understand that and as I'm about to talk to the other two guys in the panel, I want people to understand that there's of course there are some that are connected, there are some bloodlines that are mixed with Africans. There are some, but I want you guys to understand that there's a higher rate of Americans that were already here. There's a higher rate of Americans that were already here. Okay, that's what we want you guys to understand, that we are not connecting ourselves to Native Americans. We're telling you that we were already here, that Aborigine people were already here.
Can you
98% of
can
Aborigine people.
not to cut you off, brother, but please can you explain to some people that our ancestors were not slaves like they portraying it was?
Yes,
We was
they see, and that's the problem. I think that a lot of our people believe that all of us were slaves. That's not the truth. Some of us were slave owners. I want you guys to understand that some of us own slaves. Some of our Indian own slaves.
Let me break that
Okay,
down right quick.
and
Break that
I
down.
want people to understand that.
Break that down
Now,
right.
when we talk about with some of the white people that came over were slaves. A lot of people don't know. We own white people. A lot of people don't know that though. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead,
And,
real rap.
go
bro,
ahead,
I thought
brother.
you was gonna talk, for the 2 minutes. Man. I was about to set it up.
Oh
Well,
no,
look,
the
you
reason why I
have
asked y'all,
what's
no, the reason
you
why
have
I asked
what's
you to
known as the 13 penal colonies. Hey, 504, go ahead, bro, and I'm gonna go after 504. Go ahead, 504.
not to cut you off, brother. I was trying to explain the part about us not we was not slaves because many people it was under the impression that our ancestors was slaves until it was broke down to me that we was indigenous servants. You know, we were not slaves, and then when people understand that part, they'll know the whole thing about slavery was a false narrative to mind fuck you guys. I my bad for saying it like that, but I ain't say it like that. But I want you to understand where I was coming from.
All right, so
You see
look,
what I'm saying?
let me share my
Go
screen
ahead,
right
real.
quick. No, you good, you good. And brother Nas, anytime you want to jump in, bro, jump in, man. I'm definitely not trying to be long winded, but we just cooking. All right. So look, go ahead and share my screen. Peanut, Chief Peanut, my brother. Nah, man, that's fire, man. Salute to, like I said, all the lineage, peace and love, respect and love, all the lineage in the chat. Um, it's a
Yeah, and I
great
want
bill,
people
man.
to understand before you say this, we are not enemies of Africans. We're not enemies of anybody. Okay, we here teaching our people about them. We're not enemies of anybody. We can care less what's going on in other ethnic backgrounds. We're just talking. We're teaching people that stuff that was not taught in school. See, school has deflect and lied. Okay, so you got to talk. When you think back to the Trail of Tears, they said that most of the melanated people or the indigenous people were killed off through smallpox. Okay, what happened to half of them people? Okay, William Penn stated when he came to this land, he saw people that looked like Ethiopians. Okay, the man saw melanated people here. So I want people to understand that we are trying to do. It's like teaching a history all the correct way. That's all we're doing. Okay, and we're feeding our people. Okay, go ahead, brother.
All right, so yeah, make sure I'm not on mute. All right. So you have what's known as a penal colony. Now, they tell you that now this is gonna confirm everything that I read on the Slav on the last slide. It's how you study, it's how you break down information. You let the information confirm itself through multiple sources. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. Everybody knows that they had the 13 penal colonies or the 13 colonies, but they were really penal colonies. And I'm gonna get on some of the islands that they were brought to as holding camps. I'm talking about the Slav, the so-called white man. Um, but let's get into the read. It says a penal colony or exile colony, which y'all know. Salute to my brother EJ. Um, Adas, he was letting us know almost a year ago that Ben Franklin was a was a runaway slave, man. And if I could find it, I'll show it. But all these people that I'm about to show or these next couple slides is just gonna confirm what I was saying earlier. But once again, salute to the lineage. A penal colony or exile colony is a settlement used to exile prisoners and separate them from the general population by placing them in a remote location, often an island. Like I just said, we're going to look up Ellis Island after this, or a distant colonial territory. Although the term can be used to refer to a correctional facility located in a remote location, it is more commonly used to refer to communities of prisoners overseen by wardens or governors having absolute authority. Why? Because you a slave. Historically,
What? Just let me say this one thing,
go ahead,
and
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna let you get back. Okay, Baines and Real Talk TV, which is a friend of mine from the Real got a great channel. You were talking about. Do you think sites like 23 Me can tell you your DNA or accurately? No, and let me explain something to you guys. Where if that was so, okay, you have to ask yourself, could you go let's say you all came from Africa, okay? Now tell me how they're gonna find your relative all the way in Africa. Please tell me how they're going to find your blood relative to take your blood and your DNA and mix it with that person. Who are they gonna find in West Africa? I want you guys to tell me who are they going to find, what ancestor that is living to this day for you to connect yourself to Africa. How are you going to spit on something? You got to ask yourself. You can't spit on something. This DNA that they're doing is nothing but a moneymaker. Now, you don't have to agree with me, and I'm cool with that. But we got to open our minds up and our thoughts and understand what we're talking. Now that's the facts. You can't go digging up a mummy or if you just can't do it. Go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna show y'all some. I'm gonna see if I can find it on my Instagram because y'all can get the visual better than me saying it. So let me go through my Instagram right quick and explain it because like what Brother Pino was saying before I get back to the bill, you can't go off a blood test. Number one, they tell you on their own that it's entertainment purposes. How are you gonna give your blood and depend on somebody else to match your DNA, your genomes, your mitochondria? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of components to play. So unless they're going to your ancestors' grave sites, getting bone marrow, getting bloods, getting tissue, getting DNA samples from people that you could find on paper. You can actually find them from the paper to the grave site. That's why, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know anybody that can show me where Jesus is buried. None of the so-called prophets, so-called Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody can tell me this, but I can tell you where my four my
Was
four
either.
times my 4 times great grandmother buried at, 3 times great grandmother. You know what I'm saying? I can go through my lineage, and I know the rest of the people in the chat and on the panel can do the same thing. Why? Because through the documentation, that's the best way, and the only way is through the records, man. Look, I found it
And
right
I'm
here.
not trying to be disrespectful. I just want people to understand I am not trying to be disrespectful. I want people to understand that when we go to school, or we even Oprah, they're the guy that had a dialogue how Oprah spent all that money to find out where she was from, and that they put her all the way in West Africa. There's some of these people and down in Mexico, they had them all over the place. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. You cannot, there's nowhere in the world that you're going to find a living source today. Now you do remember reclassification. Now there were the world we had a lot of stuff was told in reverse. We had slaves that were brought to Africa. Later on, I found that out. Okay, so we did have some in the later on, like in the 50s, that were traveled that would shipped off. I didn't even realize this to Libya, places like Libya. Okay, so and Libya is a new country. A lot of people don't understand Libya is new to Africa. That's not an old country. Okay, so I just want people to understand that's not an existing person right now that's living that can find they lineage to all the way to Africa. He's just not going to do it. There's nowhere in the world. I don't. I mean, come on, show me somebody. Go find a corpse. Okay, you can barely. I mean, come on now, y'all. We got to make it make sense. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Hey, share my screen right quick. Share my screen because y'all need to see the visual. All right. So this is, hold on, let me come back to Instagram. This is just basic math. How many ancestors do you have? So you start out with your parents. That's 2 people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what 2 plus 2 equals. It's going to equal 4 every time. And then you keep doubling it. So as you get to the second great grandparents, 3 times great grandparents, 4 times. That's where I'm at right here. I'm at 4 times great grandparents. So that's 64 people in my genealogy that I have to go through. You know what I'm saying? And as you go all the way down, we just stopped at 1,000,000. So 1,048,576 by the time you get to your 18 time great grandparents. So how the fuck is anybody gonna tell you that you could turn your DNA in and they gonna match it up, shake it up in a bottle, and tell you that you come from the lineage of Jesus, Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like, any of these fake ass prophets that never really existed for real. You know what I'm saying? Shake it up again. You know what I'm
I
saying?
would love for Osun. You're I don't I think Osun is from. Are you from Africa, Osun? I would love you to come on. You would love you like I said, another good friend of the channel. Well, like I said, I deal with a lot of coaches that come on my channel. I would love for you to come on. You guys don't have to have a don't have to go on to that do that. You guys are welcome to come to the panel. That's why it's an open panel. So Real Talk TV, if you have any confusion or anything, we will respectfully listen to you. The bottom line is, if you could tell me how you found your family, and your people found their family through blood, to this day connecting themselves to Africa, I would be willing to listen to you. I would definitely be willing. Shout out to Wahagni and we had some others that came on. So I would love for you guys. Oh, you said you're from Trinidad, and I did talk to you about Trinidad before. We did talk about that, okay? But I would, like I said, we're not here to bully anybody. You can come on the channel and we can definitely talk about this, okay? Because I want you to understand that DNA is something that you just really, unless we're dealing with DNA that stuff that has to do with people dying and somebody murdered somebody, that DNA that's spit on all the way, you're not going to find your ancestors, okay? Okay, Mama Red in the house. Go ahead, Sean.
How
I mean,
many
Hey, look,
go ahead
generations
on Real
you
Rap.
go back on the ancestry?
Huh?
How many generations they go back on ancestry? Like two. The most they can go back is what, two generations?
Yeah, I mean, I have yet to see them pull people and
look,
ancestors. I have
look,
yet to see them pull an actual person that they connected to.
just
They
give me a
just say
sec.
that you're from West Africa. They never tell you exactly where you're from. They just put you in West Africa.
Hey, look, if y'all give me a second, I'm gonna find the clip. I gotta search it, but I'm gonna find it. But I want to answer one thing because Charles Johnson said something that caught my eye. He said, which he's not that far off. He said that might be a
Yeah,
period of
Trinidad is a
thousand.
part of the islands. They're a part of us.
That
Go
might
ahead,
be,
bro.
hold on. That might be a period of 1,000 to 2,000 years of ancestors. Salute to Charles Johnson. If your average relative in the line lives to 70 years old, let's just say 70, and you multiply that times 18 generations, that's gonna give you 1,260 years. So you weren't you were pretty accurate, Charles. And the thing is, all you gotta do is look at your grandma. If you look at your mom, you know, most of our, you know, most of our mothers are anywhere between, early teens to 20s,
Lyrica in the
30s.
house. Lyrica Neville. Shout out to Lyrica Neville. Go ahead.
Hey man, hey Lyrica, you gonna live a long time. You gonna live a long time, God. We was just talking about you. You gonna live a long time, Lyrica.
Go
But
ahead, brother. I'm so
nah, you good. So look, check this out, because I'm not reading the chat, so I appreciate it. But check this out. All you gotta do is look at your grandmother. You know what I'm saying? So your grandmother's grandmother, which y'all can see right here. Let me go back to my Instagram. Your grandmother's grandmother will be right here, man. It's only two people in between that. So if this is your grandmother, my bad, would be the third generation, the three times great grandma. And when you look at that, if you go from your grandma, like my grandma's 80, she'll be 82 in a day or two. Um, her great grandma is where I stopped at, and that brought me to the mid 1800s. You know what I'm saying? And if you go back and just double up grandmas, that's how I say you
Alito Shibi. Go ahead.
you can get an accurate time frame and understand this shit did not happen that long ago. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the God Chief Sunal we were talking earlier, and she stated, which y'all should know this. These people didn't get or establish their power until the 1900s. And when I tell people that, they look at me like I'm crazy. But then when I show them and tell them about observations of mankind, which I'm gonna read in a second, you know what I'm saying? Where the Slav explicitly tells you that number one, they came here as slaves and Slavs and serfs, but they tell you once again the so-called black rulership of Europe was still in power in at this time in 1751. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't fall out of power. The so-called black rulership of Europe, they didn't fall out of power until the late 1800s, 1900s, which in my opinion, they're still in power. You know what I'm saying? They just hide behind the curtain. Example, when y'all look at the movie Django, salute to my brother J. Real. When y'all look at the movie Django, who was really in charge on Candyland? Steven was. Candy
That's
didn't know
right.
shit about what the fuck was going on. Steven did though. Steven was in the back, you know what I'm saying? when he was in front of the curtain, it was yes, sir. Yes, sir, master. Yes, you know what I'm saying? He talking shit, but it be yes. Then when he get behind the curtain, you know, he telling Candy what the fuck to do. This still going on today. They put the Pope in front of you. They put the so-called queen, that damn vampire in front of you. They put all these so-called white Slavs in front of you. But there's so-called black people today that's still running the world. And it's them damn Negro peons. Them so-called, I ain't gonna give the Morris credit like that, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But it's still falling off the Holy Roman Empire. That's why Catholicism was pushed so hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with people that get inspiration from the scriptures, but if you understand dumb diverses, they called you a pagan. They called your ancestors pagans. And pagan isn't a bad word. It's not a bad title. It just means to be a non-believer of the Christian belief system. That's it. Just like the word savage. It's not a
Well,
bad title.
Christianity is a new religion. It's a
Christianity is
very,
brand
if
new.
you do the history, it's a brand new
It's brand
religion.
new. It's
Okay,
brand
we
new.
have facts and proof that Christianity is very new.
Facts. Facts, man. Facts. That's why, look, let me get back to this penal colony bill right quick, and then we're going to go on to, y'all got to remind me this, man, because I got all kind of bills in my head. Observations of mankind, and I'm going to touch on something else. But let's get back. Share my screen, bro.
Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Give me 1 second.
Y'all let me know when we on. All right, we on? All right. So back to, just to kind of give y'all a gist before I get back into the reading. They came here as a penal colony. They came here as Slavs. They came here as serfs. That's why it's so important to tell you that you're African American. How are you going to be an African American when that title wasn't created until 1988 by Messy Jesse, who pushed it? How you going to be anything outside of who you've always been? When you look
Listen,
up,
and that was since
You can't be from,
1988.
and you can't be from two continents at one time, either or.
facts. Facts.
And they've been telling y'all we are country and we are continent.
Facts.
That's all these crazy things, man. Go ahead, brother.
Facts. So look, I'm gonna get into that, man. It says, just to kind of reiterate right quick before we get into the main part, just to reread, just in case anybody new pulled up. Salute, peace, respect, and love. A penal colony or exile colony is a settlement used to exile prisoners and separate them from general population by placing them in remote location, often an island, Turtle Island, or distant colonial territory. Although the term can be used to refer to a correctional facility located in a remote location, it is more commonly used to refer to communities of prisoners overseen by wardens or governors having absolute authority. It says historically, penal colonies, hold on, I'm scroll down. Historically, penal colonies have often been used for penal labor in an economically underdeveloped part of the states, usually colonial territories and far large scale than prison farms. So let's get it. The British used colonial North America as a penal colony through a system of indentured servitude. Merchants would transport the convicts and auction them off to plantation owners upon an arrival in the colonies. What happened to the Atlantic slave trade, though? Merchants would transport the convicts and auction them off, to a plantation owner upon arrival in the colonies. How? Where? I ain't read nothing about Atlantic slave trade yet, but let's keep reading. It is estimated that some 50,000 British convicts were sent to the colonial America, and the majority landed in Chesapeake colonies of Maryland and Virginia. So you have no dealings with these people on a logical level because they sent you their worst.
Yeah, this is definitely Turtle Island. Dart or Barnes, this is definitely Turtle Island. You are definitely correct. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, America is known as Turtle Island. Look, matter of fact, I'm gonna just read it from my phone. I'm not gonna share it just because I don't want to take away from this bill right quick. But I'm gonna know the definition from the Webster's Dictionary 1828 of an American. It says
Tanya
an
Lord.
American. a native of America, an American. This is the definition per 1828. An American, a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. It's a complete hijack. You have always been American. You've always been from this landmass. Always. Your ancestors are from here. You are your ancestors. It says it is estimated that some 50,000 British convicts were sent to colonial America, which America wasn't colonial. It was a small section. But anyway, and the majority landed in Chesapeake colonies of Maryland and Virginia. Transported convicts represented perhaps 1/4 of the British population that left the country during the 18th century. The colony of Georgia, for example, was first founded allegedly, I'm going to say alleged, by James Edward Oglethorpe, who originally intended to use prisoners taken largely from debtors' prison. You always going to find commerce, no matter what. Everything with these people is about commerce. Let's see what this says right here. Hold on. It says a debtor's prison is a prison for people who are unable to pay a debt. Yes, that's also known as indentured servitude. But let's continue to read. It says through the
But
mid
you know
19th
what's crazy
century.
though? Not to cut you off, bro. You know what's crazy though?
What's up?
Brainstorm been saying that everything is a business.
Everything is. Everything
Brainstorm
is.
been saying, so he said everything is a business. You do it, they respect you more when you doing business with them.
I'm gonna tell you why. The whole point of making the dollar, right? The so-called dollar currency is because they have nothing else. It's just paper. It's not backed by a gold. It's not backed by silver. Took the gold standard out in
Nothing.
1933.
And the currency is losing. The currency is losing it depreciating its value.
Look, number one, currency is bullshit. That's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? We didn't use a currency base. We didn't have currency base. That's how these people were able to take over, because they put a value on it and they make you believe that it's valuable, but it's paper. And not just that, they burn it every day. That's a slap in the face to you. You out there bust your ass, working 8-12 hours a day, 70-hour work weeks, 60, 50,
KJ,
40-hour
peace.
work weeks, and they go and burn the money and
I actually,
still
and you know what's
have you
crazy?
pay bills.
I
Go ahead.
I actually saw them do that, bro. Shred it and burn it.
Peace to
50
KJ.
Every day.
504 and 504 and real rap. Y'all take over. I'm stepping out for a second.
I got you. So look, peace to my sister, KJ. I see you, love. So that's absolutely right, man. And that's the reason why they put a false value on it. There is no value. If everybody today, hypothetically, if everybody in America said, F this dollar, we don't want it no more, what they gonna do? How is it that you have an inflation? How is it that you have a national debt of, last time I checked, $25 trillion? What? The US don't pay their bills? What type of BS is this? They got y'all paying bills and don't pay the bill on time. What's gonna happen? Late fees, taxes, more taxes. So that's the whole point of how they took over. And it wasn't no quick process, man. They helped to take over. They didn't come here and beat nobody up. A lot of your ancestors helped them. Not all, but some of the ancestors were traitors, man. And that's how they always help get this shit off. They play victim first. They play friendly. They play victim.
Coonery.
Yeah, you got coons. They're known as Tehona Tonkaton in the native tongue. Traitors.
But when you find out your people done set you up like I did to their people, that's how we got Stephen A's today.
Yeah, that's how you got all these coons. The Stephen A's, what y'all said earlier, the Roland Martins, the
yeah,
Tariq
that's how
Nasheeds,
we
the
got them
Umars.
from that time.
Don't get me
Yeah,
started with Jason Whitlocks. Don't get me started
Whitlock.
with no Jason Whitlocks.
We can go off.
Yeah,
Shit,
that
you know what I'm
party
saying?
too.
Shit. We can have a little comedy hour for a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? We've been going in strong. You know what I'm saying? Jason Whitlock ain't shit, never been shit, ain't gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of them cats like that and see what they do.
Charles Barkley.
Keep going.
Charles Barkley, just another one. Oh my God. If
Facts.
he ain't if he ain't coonery 101 to a lot of people, I don't know what else to tell you. That man, after what he did to Kyrie Irving, telling him, shut up and ball, you uneducated, basically telling him to stick with something he is not really of. I'm like, what kind of sense do that make?
One thing
That
about
don't make
Kyrie
no
though,
sense.
Kyrie know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie know that he's indigenous to this landmass. That's why I got respect for Kyrie. Oh, Shaq,
And
another
they
big
going to
coon,
call him
Sean.
crazy.
Oh yeah, look, anybody that's on the truth, and salute to my brother Sean. I see you, bro. Anybody that's on the truth, they're going to try to silence you like Cat Williams. If they can't silence you, they're gonna make you crazy. They're gonna say that you crazy. Why? Because you telling truth that people have never heard before. My mentor gave me a great example, man, a great analogy. He said, if you're in a cave or if you're in a dark place and somebody shines, it don't have to be a big light, any amount of light, and your eyes aren't adjusted to that, haven't seen light, it's going to blind them. That's why a lot of people that aren't ready for this truth, they run from it because they're not ready for this light
Be combative.
on any level.
They be combative so
But
bad they
Exactly.
want to fight you because you
yeah, they
try to
want to
turn them
fight
on to
you,
something
man.
new.
They want to fight you because they have no knowledge of self. See, these niggas believe that they came here as slaves, packed up like sardines and all this other shit. But when you continue to read and you get into the bill of what I'm showing, it confirms over and over and over and over that these white so-called white Slavs, serfs are the real people that went through that history. That is not our history. Period. And the whole thing, what I was saying earlier with the Tehona Tonkatons, I don't claim them, is all throughout time, you've always had traitor ass niggas, unfortunately. And that's the only thing that we haven't mastered in my lifetime, but we're waking up. That's why you have people jumping on this bandwagon. But we have to continue to organize, man. That's the only place that they had us beat. You know what I'm saying? But what they do is, like I was saying earlier, they play victim. They show you that they're weak and in hopes that you drop your guard. And we cannot drop our guard with these people no more, period. Because these people, number one, they do not change their tactics. That's another thing. That's how you know they have no real intelligence. Because there are a copy and paste society. How are you the American, the Aboriginal American, the Aborigine American? How are you the African? How are you the Roman? How are you the Egyptian, the Greek? You know what I'm saying? How are you all these so-called people? How? Because you have no real history, as we read earlier. That's why they have to steal culture. They have to steal history. They have to steal lineage and origin. But they don't do it. They don't do it on their own. Facts. 504, they coach. They more than vultures, bro. They the scum of the earth. Period. But y'all go
That's
ahead,
why I
bro.
always
And
say,
let's
man, we as a nation, man, we got a lot of people, bro. There's a lot of people that's waking up to like, I'm done. But you know, it just they got them few that just believe everything happened over there, like them, like there's no existence here until they brought them here. This was a whole place, people living, and you just think, oh, y'all came to discover. Okay, okay.
That's why I sat there and laughed. When I first saw that trailer of Coming to America 2, I said, oh no, don't start this Kuta Kinte Kumala Humala bull again. Here we go again. Soon as I seen it, I said, oh Lord, they about to start with us again.
Man, I'm just saying, bro, we have to stick to, we have to, like real say, man, we can't let the people pull a wool over our eyes twice, bro. We have to stand up and just say, enough is enough, man. And just take our shit back from. They came over and stole. Motherfucker, we just can't take it back. It is what it
Listen,
is.
this is the thing.
Talking about.
We have to condition our minds, myself and myself first, before anything else. You know, as who I am. You know, before I tell any other sister or brother anything, you know what I'm saying? I have to condition my mind and calibrate my mind. That's why I say, you know, we have to break our indoctrinations, you know what I'm saying, on whatever level. Once we do that, you know, then we get to the building process, you know what I'm saying, on an intellectual base, you know, before we can get to the physical. Because, you know, look, don't nobody want to bring smoke to these people, I want to bring smoke to these people. But we have to prep mentally first, because they can't outdo us on the mental level or the physical. But if you're not organized and you're not in lockstep with one another, that's how we have and get this confusion, because we have what, too many chiefs, you know what I'm saying? Not enough people that's
Indians.
willing to
Everybody
realize,
want to
look,
be a chief, but nobody want to be an Indian.
and that's the whole thing. And like how my brother Peanut be talking about, whether you whatever term that you want to use, because there's a lot of ways to say chief. A chief A chief is, I don't want to say a servant to the people, but a chief is a benefactor to the people. I'll say that. I like that better. You know what I'm saying? But his duty is to serve for the people. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when my brother said that, it completely changed my perspective. You know what I'm saying? Not only, is there humility in the act, you know what I'm saying, but like it takes a long time, like, to really be a chief, man. You know what I'm saying? I know we like to call each other,
You think most chiefs be
chiefs.
like 60 years old when you see them in New Orleans? They be like, they say, chiefs are, them boys be like 60 years old, head
Put
gray
that
and
work
stuff.
in. Put that work
Yeah,
in.
that's
You know what I'm saying?
exactly, bro.
I haven't put enough work in, you know what I'm saying, to really consider myself a chief like that. I haven't. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
But you still got learning to do. We
That's
always
me being
learning
honest.
every
Still got
day.
learning to do, all that. And that's me being humble and honest. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I
That's
have
how
the
I feel.
chief.
I'm not a chief yet.
No, dead ass. And I have the chief on my name for YouTube purposes only. You know what I'm saying? To be able to find the channel. Other than that, I'm known as real rap, period. And I tell people, I'd rather be known as a warrior, number one. Because, before
Warrior
I
spirit
can,
never dies.
facts, man. That warrior spirit never dies. Before we can, you know what I'm saying? Before we can, how I want to say this, before we can worry about trying to obtain a title, I want to put the work in, and I want my people to put the work in with me, man. I want to come together with my people. And when I say my people, I mean my Aborigine who know who they are. I don't care about coming together with the so-called blacks. I don't care about coming together with them. Them niggas lost. I don't like people always, when you talk in the manner and with the energy that I'm speaking with, people always say, man, why are you trying to divide us? I want to be divided with Africa because Africa was never called Africa. Number one, I
Kilo
don't want
one.
to be
Kilo one.
associated with
Kilo
Africa.
one.
Say it again, brother.
Kilo one. Kilo one. Eddie Griffin even said it. Is Kibluwan Kilowan. He said it on multiple occasions. He'll say Kilowan, and then he said Kibluwan in a different comedy segment. That's why I tell people that's not the real name. And he said it himself. That's what the real name of it was before the elitist, racist, quote unquote, racist white
Okay.
Italians came in and so called discovered it and
Let me
renamed it
let me
Africa.
say this. Let me break in on this one second. I want people to understand that I have stated this on this channel several times, that just because you got the title chief, that is not nothing special. You are a servant. If you are a chiefess, you are a servant to your people. I want you guys to understand that the European name, you going around calling yourself kings and queens. I know some of you guys like it, but understand that that is a European term. These people who were kings and queens, they were thieves. I want you to understand that they were thieves. A queen and a king conquered everywhere they went. Everywhere a king and a queen went, they conquered, they stole. There were pirates that served them. So I want you guys to understand that most of their wealth, most of their everything that they build, they have stolen. Okay?
That's why
So
I don't
I
like that word.
prefer chief and chiefess. Go ahead,
That's why
bro.
I hate that word. That's why I hate them two words. I hate because I've even stated it before. A king and a queen are male and female thief monarchs. That's what they is. Male and female thief monarchs. And people don't want to understand that word. I'll be like, I say in my head, I'm quite frankly sick and tired of friends calling themselves that word. Because it's so funny that either A, don't understand that one, don't understand the origin of that word, and don't understand the actual backstory of that word. That word does not mean of loyal. It means of
Charles, you can
loyalty.
keep the
But guess
crown.
what?
Tell Charles Johnson he can keep that crown. I love the crown. You can keep the crown. It's a part of
On
royalty. But we have to understand what it means.
them two
I'm
words,
shout out to you, brother. Go ahead, bro.
because them two words, do not call me. I'd rather be considered either a young, it'll sound cliche to some people. I'd rather be described as a young prince or a young chief. I'd rather one of them two. And if you call me king, young king, I'm gonna look at you crazy. I'm gonna look at somebody crazy like this. Do not call me that word, cause you is calling me a male monarch, a male thief monarch. You telling
Just like
me that's just like in a relationship. They call kings and queens. You basically calling yourselves monarchs of crooked monarch lovebirds. That's what you
that's
is. You're
right.
basically stepping all over people, just stepping over people like ants and saying, "Oh, we this so-called mental indoctrinated base power couple. You supposed to be an actual power couple, but you really not. You describing yourself low key without you realizing it. In most cases in today's world, you're describing yourself of being two crooked lovebird individuals without you knowing it. That's why I don't like them two words. I'd rather be called a young prince. If somebody will see me and a girlfriend, I would rather somebody call me and her a young prince and a young princess, or a young chief or young chiefess. Because I don't like, don't give me that king queen. Don't give us that king queen stupidity European based monarch. Because I don't want nothing to do with that. That is of
What you
European
got
and
going on
African
right there,
monarchy.
brother Real Rap? I'm trying to show y'all, man. It says Africa right here. Africa was a town. I'm trying to zoom in on it, but my computer it's not letting me zoom in. I'm trying to save the image. Like it's not a good image. I got the same image on my Instagram, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? But y'all can Google it. All you got to do is type maps of Barbaria. It's gonna be like the first picture on here, and you'll be able to see this right here, where the hand is, says Africa. Africa was a town, man. Africa was never the landmass till much later. And not just that, Africa was a title name. That's it. That's why Scipio Africanus, uh, a Roman governor, that's why he adopted the name. Because why? Rome went to war with who? Carthage. And then what? They envelop Carthage because they cousins. They the same people. So that today they look. This is what I want to do. I want to pull up that observations of mankind right quick. That's what I've been wanting to do. See, y'all ain't been reminding me. Let me pull up that observations of mankind. Hold up.
Hey, I didn't know what you was up to, player.
It's all good. 1 second. Y'all, hey, y'all go ahead and cook, man, because I'm gonna show y'all the time frame of how if all these people were so-called white.
Shout out to Stephen Mills on the Cash App. Shout out to Stephen Mills. Thank you. Shout out to whoever that was. I think that's probably Chief Red Clay. I know he don't like to call him Chief, but I call him
Yeah, man,
Chief.
you can't be saying people governments now, Chief.
All
Man,
right,
can't
great.
be saying people governments.
Watch how fast it's gonna say kilo wine, wine.
Y'all give me 1
It
second. Hold
said
on.
both of them two ways.
I need to send it to myself right quick. I want to show y'all something. And I'm gonna come right back to the maps because I could share it from my Instagram. It should be bigger on my Instagram. Let me get to my Let me get to this right quick because this is what I wanted to share. So let me come back to the stream yard. Hey, share my screen. Share my screen, Chief. Where we at? Atlanta.
You got to send it, bro. I don't
All
see
right,
it
go ahead.
yet.
Go ahead. I just sent it. All right, we on? Let me see. Let me come back to StreamYard. Yeah, we on. All right, so look. So this was written by that bastard, that child molester, um, pedophile, Ben Franklin, because he was all those things. He wrote this in 1751. Now this is a shortened version. You can look up Observations of Mankind, and they'll give you the whole slew of the letter. But this is a shortened version of it. It's an excerpt from the letter. So it says, this is him talking to his pedophile partners. He says, which leads me to add one remark that the number of purely white people in the world is proportionally very small. All so-called Africa is black or tawny. Tawny means to be to be brown. Asia, chiefly tawny. America, exclusive of the newcomers, he's talking about them, wholly so. Everybody in America, he's saying, just like the definition from 1828, this is in 1751. He's saying, because you have to look at this sentence right here. Asia, chiefly tawny. So they're talking about the word tawny. They're directing you to tawny. America, exclusive of the newcomers, the 13 penal colonies, the Slavs, the Serfs, wholly so. All of them are so-called tawny in some type of way. That's his description of. And in Europe, we didn't use these terms, but I want to show you something. This is the point. And in Europe, the Spaniards, Italians, French, Russians, and Swedes are generally of what we call a swarthy complexion, as are the Germans also. The Saxons only accepted with who the English make the principal body of white people on the face of the earth. Period. He then goes to say, I could only wish their numbers were increased. He's talking about pale face, Slavs. And while we are, as I may call it, scouring our planet, it's not y'all planet, it's our planet, by clearing who? They didn't say Europe, they didn't say Africa, so-called Africa, which is really barbarian. They talking about the woodland peoples, the people of the sun, the children of the sun. America. That was the whole objective. If Africa was the motherland, so-called Africa was the motherland, why isn't the objective to get niggas to Africa? Really barbarian. He said, and so making the side of our globe reflect a brighter light to the eyes of the inhabitants of Mars or Venus. Why should we, now listen to this, why should we, in the sight of superior beings, he's talking about us. Why? Because they're in where? America. Why should we, in the sight of superior beings, talking about us, darken its people? Why increase the sons of Africa by planting them in America, where we have so fair an opportunity by excluding all so-called blacks and tawnies of the increasingly lovely so-called white and red? The whole plan was to take over this bitch. If you didn't know, our people wrote the Constitution. Our people wrote the Declaration of Independence, wrote everything. We did it for these people. Why? Because they came over here crying about the British. And the British told us, don't fuck with them. Don't believe them on that bullshit. We don't believe that bullshit, Sharif. That's the whole thing of why they have to tell you that you are black, that you are an African American, so-called, that you're not from here, that when they came here, all your ancestors allegedly died. That's a lie. This is 1751. 1751, he's still telling you that all of America, exclusive of the newcomers, are all copper colored. That was my point, Peanut. Appreciate it.
All right, go ahead on. Nausea. No, we're gonna go with brother 504. We don't hear too much from him. Go ahead, brother 504.
From you, because we was cooking while you was gone.
Hey, that's why you gotta be multitask. You heard me? You gotta be multitask. Okay? You gotta be able to drive these big wigs, and tend to the content. You hear me? Know what I'm saying? That's why we got a
In terms
powerful
of the,
panel.
yeah, because man, we like I said earlier, we live in a time where nobody should know nothing, man. This information, you don't have to go deep that hard to go searching. The tip of your finger can search what you need to know. People just scared that they want you to do the research for them and bring it back to them, and they still gonna deny it.
Well, people are gonna deny. They're gonna question. I tell people all the time, question anything. There's nothing wrong with question. That's the problem when we talk about Umar Johnson and we talk about Tariq Nasheed and all these other people. We're talking about the facts is they don't want you to question everything. They want you to live in that mindset that we all come from one big place. That we all came on shackles. Now I want to ask y'all a question. You gotta ask yourself. Now you gotta ask yourself. Now if I'm on these ships and we all coming from Africa, and all of us are shackled up, we stink as hell, we all stinking, you know what I'm saying? Now I want you guys to understand this. Now my legs are all locked up. Now I went through all these days of locked up with 504 brother. And his stinking ass shitted on me. Now he shitted on me. Now, real rap shitted on me. Now it's just shitting on me. So that means, you know what that tells me? That tells me we all getting shitted on. So shackles are still on. So you still, I want you guys to understand, you're pissing and shitting. And some of the women are having their administrational cycles. Okay? Okay? I want you to think, so we're getting blood on us. So you're gonna tell me that we all our ass came here and we ain't sick? Half of the people would have died, damn it. Half of the people would have died. Okay? It would have been a dookie mess. and that's just the fact.
Oh, it ain't more than a dookie mess. That would have been a funky situation.
How we survive coming from all the way from Africa without no diseases? How did you survive all the way from there? Because you know what? Pangea, they don't tell you about the world used to be connected. They tell you about the prop, they tell you about the ships, but they don't tell you at one time we were able to do trade with these people. Horses and mules. We connected. Africa used to be connected to South America. So a lot of this stuff, a lot of people don't understand that the land, all these lands were connected. We used to do trades with these people. We used to trade with these people. Okay? So ain't nobody came on no goddamn. You can find slave ships. You can find the Titanic. You can find Confederate history. You can find the pirates, but you can't find them here in America. They're in Africa, but you can't find them here. I'm sorry. I just can't believe that we were all like like tuna fish, like a can opener. It don't make no sense. So and they get mad because we just talk and we uplifting where we from right here. They don't want to hear the fact that we're talking about here. Everybody wants to be in America. Everybody wants entitlement of America. Everybody wants America. Why do they want Africa? Why they keep dying to come over here?
That'd be the fun for a line of freedom where it isn't. That'd be getting me. Y'all. I love America. America fun. America just legit fun. Africa, you can hardly do anything. Africa got too much going on.
Man, Africa is beautiful. God, the universe is beautiful. I'm not gonna shit on no Africa. I'm not gonna shit on Haiti. I'm not gonna shit on nobody's lands because the most high of the power of the sun, the universe, the greatest king of all that you want to call a king, has made us all. So I'm not gonna shit on all the lands. I'm just telling you who we are. I'm telling you, I respect who we are and who we say we are. We say we damn from America, and you got a problem with it. You need to leave America, because we're proud to be here in America. We're proud to be from Turtle Island. Damn you. I'm tired of defending myself, telling people it's through my bloodline, it's through my mama, it's through my daddy, it's through my grandfather, it's through my grandmother, it's through my ancestors. We get tired of trying to prove something to people. No, you write them damn. Look, when they tell you, they ask you, you ain't no African American. Period.
Oh.
You say
The
who you
freaking
are.
African
Be who you are.
and the freaking
Shout out to
Africans.
the sister. She from Trinidad. Shout out to her. She from the islands. She might, very much well be us too. There's a lot of us being reclassified and taken to other lands. But it wasn't
It's
about
freaking
boats.
fun.
About ships. It was about boats. A lot of them people jumped out into the sea and they died. Okay? I'm just
That
being
be
real. Let everybody go, because they holler for every other country but this country. Man, look, Umar telling your ass go to the motherland. Y'all go he gonna be the main one spending y'all money right in Las Vegas, spending y'all money right in Hollywood, because he ain't going no Africa.
because he really know who he is. He just flaunting.
It's a money bait. Everything's about money. Wealth, power, it is what it is. You heard me? Go ahead on, Najee, and I'm gonna step out for a second again while y'all ready.
Wait, hold up. Oh, whoa, hold up. Before you step out, share my screen right quick. Hold on. I found that I'm about to send it to you. Share my
Yeah,
screen,
man,
and
you
then
already, you
Naj,
we
you
got
can
this.
take off with it. All right, share my screen, Peanut. All right, go ahead, Nah.
The crazy thing about it is, you could go to freaking Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. It's a bunch of Africans. It's a whole bunch of Africans that's up there, northwest area, strictly northwest area. It's not too many in the northeast area and on the east coast. And they know who we are. Why do you think they look at us like that? They give us an attitude because they know who we are. That's why they give us the attitude first. When they see white people, they see themselves because they know of what a lot of white people don't know. They of Africa. White people of Africa. Caucasus Mountains of Africa. They see themselves. Only difference is one is as lighter tan than freaking Paris Hilton, and then one side darker than OJ. That's the only compare. That's about the only thing in comparison wise. That's how they see each other.
Soldier, y'all? The slave trade is a myth. I believe that too. The slave trade is a myth.
Yeah, that slave trade talk is just a bunch of bogus. We ain't had no slaves. They slaved their own kind. They slaved their own kind just to make it seem like, oh, it was something happening. No, you made that as a front move. Made that as a whole front move. Here's another thing in history that they did. They did with the freaking Japanese. They did something what was called the Persian Gulf War was a setup. Every smart person should know that credit. The swipe on that instant credit card. That Persian Gulf War wasn't no actual stance. They say they came from one way, but they was actually already there low key. They just had to hide that information, but nobody ready for that conversation, is they? Shoot, I say, hey, if you really think that freaking Persian Gulf War, like how what's going on in country-wise, compare the so-called Persian Gulf War to compare what we going through right now. They know who we are. They know who we are, and they know what they doing to us because they know who we are is their biggest scam, in which I give them credit because they know if you know these people, if you was to find out who they know of who they really are, this whole country, we lose our foundation. We would lose our whole franchise foundation. We we wouldn't be owners of no NBA, no NFL, no CBS, no NBC, no Fox News, no CNN, no nothing. We would lose everything. But one funny thing I will tell you, we own Stone Mountain. We own Stone Mountain. They'll tell you.
Go ahead, real rap. What you was gonna say?
Uh, nah, nah, bro. I was gonna let y'all finish y'all wisdom. But since I got it, this the same map that I was trying, and I got two more maps to follow this one. That's why I appreciate Peanut. This is Africa right here. I'm trying to zoom in as much as I can, as close as to get it. But it tells you there was a small part right here, which this was the so-called Carthage region that I was telling y'all about earlier. Now look, check this out. Italia or Rome is still known as what? Rome. It says Roma in Italy. Then you have Espanola, or not Espanola, but you have where Spain was, but they have it abbreviated. Over here, once again, you have Africa. So what I was telling y'all earlier, when they like to tell y'all that story about old dude, damn, his name just slipped my mind. Not Hannibal. Hannibal. When they like to tell you about Hannibal, Hannibal allegedly lived in this region. And when Rome and Carthage went to war, like I said, when Rome beat Carthage, they enveloped Carthage back into the system. And all these people are all the same, all of them. They're all so-called black people in this region. You know what I'm saying? And that's watch. Now let me get to the next one. Where's the next one at? Oh, wrong way. My bad. Damn, I wanted to set this bitch up. My bad, y'all. There you go. All right. It's another map. Barbary. You know what I'm saying? It's a physical map. Gives you a BS description of what they thought the landmass looked like at the time, as much as they could jot down. But I just want to show you all these predate Africa. Let's see, last one right here. It's another one. This one's more detailed. Yeah, this map's more detailed. But once again, barbarian. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell you these things about Africa was never called Africa as a landmass until recently, that's what I mean. And this is why they continue to change names to cause what? Confusion. Always. That's all they know is to cause confusion because they're not a strong people. They can't beat you straight up. They can't. That's why they had to lie to you in history, all throughout history. You know what I'm saying? That's the point that I wanted to bring up. Now I could share some slides, but if y'all wanted to build on something else, man, let me know. I'll pull something else up. Like how y'all feel about that? Nas and 504, like how y'all feel about that?
I'm surprised. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm like, dang, just like I said, the name of it, before the freaking crooked descendant Italians came in and so-called discovered it, which means they actually stole. They own the people that was fighting. They equal land, and renamed it so-called Africa. With the real name of it was Kilawan or Kibluan. Their ancestors, they tell us every day. They tell us, even if they got an attitude with us, who wanted to leave our land, our personal land, Kilawan, all the diamonds, all the gold, the best freaking weather you could get. Then all of a sudden you notice one of the many things why you see animals. I'll give you free game. You notice why you see all the freaking animals in the freaking malls and those certain events and stuff every single year in America and everywhere else? Why? Because they got to get all the freaking, they got to take all the freaking zoo freaking animals from so-called Africa and freaking put behavioral drugs in the freaking animals just so they can make money off the kids to look at them.
Hey,
who in the freaking world is going? Who in the freaking world is going over this shit?
To this day, crazy. No, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you mentioned the animals, right? Because to this day, you have what's known as what? The Barbary lion. I told y'all the information, the truth, not the information, the truth is going to always confirm itself. I can go from site to site to site to site and break this down and let the information speak for itself. All I do is guide you to the light. That's it. It's up to you to walk into the light. It's up to you to put down that indoctrination of what you were lied to about. I told you, and like how the brother told you, Nas, what that landmass was called. Period. It said the Barbary line was a Pantera Leo population in so-called North Africa that is regionally extinct. This population occurred in Barbary coastal regions. Why is it still known as the Barbary Coast?
That's what originally meant.
Because these people, they tell on themselves, man. What do you have to do when you lie? You have to create another lie to cover that lie. Then you got to create another lie to cover that lie. Eventually, it's going to be holes poked all throughout what you're trying to cover up because you're going to run out of material. You're going to run out of material, man. You ain't got enough material to cover our history.
They about to the head on that with us because they done
That's right.
The last live I called us African Americans. You know, so they at the end now.
Let's look up Barbary Coast right quick.
And that's what this live was all about. We trying to tell you guys. I think what people don't understand is we tired of the people. It's a lot of games out here. It's a lot of narratives. There, people switching back from what they originally say, and now they trying to. The money is not too good on the African side no more. Now they want to come on to this side, and that's all we trying to let you understand about Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson. These are the people who are what's wrong for America and melanated people. They are what's wrong, not good. They're wrong. Okay, so you can't tell me that you know for fact that every last one of these people come from Africa. When the facts are coming out that 98% of the people were already here. Go ahead, y'all, fellas. Go ahead.
Hey, Peanut. Hey, answer me a question right quick, bro. Because I know you still been tapped in, paying attention. Why, and everybody else on the panel too, and the chat, why every time we get a map of Barbaria, it's only showing the top portion? Because most of Barbaria was barren. When they tell you that, they lie and try to tell you that certain American resources were indigenous to Africa, so-called Africa, Barbaria. That's a bold-faced lie. Somebody said it earlier in the chat. Chocolate from here, cotton from here, corn, maize from here. I can go on and on down the line. My mentor asked,
but they don't want to talk about it. They want to talk about how a Florida elite got all the way up to Europe.
Facts.
Got all the way up there. They want to tell you that. Go ahead, brother.
This is the thing too. The reason why the Florida elite went all across the world is because we civilized the world. Our ancient ancestors civilized the world. And the Florida elite has many meanings, but one of the meanings is a sign of peace. You know what I'm saying? And it also, when you look at it, I'll pull it up in a minute. But when you look up the Florida Lee, it's the corn maze. Y'all ever heard Children of the Corn? Children of the Corn, because what? These people are
I've heard corn maze.
Society, man. They're a copy and paste society. Children of the Corn was a bullshit movie in the 80s, right? Or the early 90s, whatever. But it's just a play on words. They try to give you pieces and bits of real truth through theater. Why? Because they can't help themselves, man. What I said earlier, you can only cover up the lie, but so much. And then you have people like, for instance, watch, if I go back to my Instagram, right? Let me see. Let me get back to my Instagram.
Brother Charles Johnson said of the 640 foods that grow in Africa, 600 from Turtle Island.
1 second.
That was because of the trades. That's because we traded with them. Go ahead, brother.
This pissed me off right here, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. If y'all Hold on, man. Let me see if I can
Is that
catch
my
it.
lips right there on the right?
Man, mind your business.
Y'all see this, man? Y'all see how they got the one child answer? Like this Lafayette, Louisiana, by the way. I found this while I was looking up. I found
Whoa,
this while I was looking up
Lafayette.
some of the archives. Yeah, this Lafayette. These are Lafayette Indians that they whitewash. Look at how they did it. If y'all need me to zoom in, I can. They got the one ancestor that they couldn't change his hue or his color. They have this ancestor right here. They surely, slowly but surely blending him out. You can see in different parts of his body, it's different shades. He at one time was his color. You can see it on the face. See it on his or her face. I can't tell because it's far. All these people are really copper colored, and look what they're doing. They whitewashing it. That's what I said. I said all praise to the ancestors. They forgot my kinfolk. Pale face, too lazy to finish whitewashing my ancestors. This how the game go.
Cause they know who we are.
They know who
They
we
know who
are.
we are.
Everybody knows who we are. The whole world
Is there
knows
some
who we
kind of
are.
way you can zoom in? That's not a way we can zoom that
Yeah, I
face.
got you. Hold on. I got you. Let me see. Let me see.
Cause we've been literally
This one right
mentally
here.
indoctrinated. We the only race. And this has been stated multiple times. All of us have stated this. We is the only ethnic on this freaking planet that has been reclassified more than anybody else. We have gone from colored, Negro, so-called
Afro American.
Afro, so-called Afro American, so-called Black to so-called African American, now to what shouldn't be what they plan on trying to do is call us so-called insurgents on our
They
own
also
land.
called you Indian. They also called you Indian. I got clips in the 50s where they called you Black Indian. They called you dark, dirty Black Indian. Okay? That's what they called you.
I'm like,
I,
thanks
I
for
got,
that
I got,
Indian
I,
compliment. That's what our
where you
ancestors
think, where
was,
you think,
Indians.
where you think that the Washington Redskins helmet, where you see that the emblem that they took down from the National Football League, the Washington Redskins, they took that down for a reason. They don't want it's getting too close. The message is getting too close. We start to know who we are, and they're getting worried. The Mongoloids are getting worried. They held the title of indigenous for years, but they're
And they
indigenous.
not up here.
They're indigenous to Siberian Asia. They're not indigenous to this
Indonesia.
land.
And Indonesia.
It's
And Indonesia.
crazy.
They Siberian Indonesian ancestors. They from two other countries, but they native here. Key word native. You is not of this land, but you live here. That should be a freaking head ringing to everybody about the Native Americans. How come I be wondering why is it people I understand people on the common sense side, they question why is it Native Americans don't look like the original? Cause common sense. They not the originals. Even Cat Williams said it. Remember when the original, the last of them, the other 99%, he said it in a joke. The other 99% of them was the real homies. Who do you think he meant? Us. The real and original Mexican and Indian. We're the original, not the
I'm about to,
Native Americans.
Yes,
I'm about
They're
to
and when
hey,
you
they're
think
the
hey,
about
Indonesians and
dialogue, what you're
Siberians.
saying is so
share my
correct,
screen,
man.
Peanut. Hey, Peanut, share my screen, bro. Hey, I'm about to go through that, Nas. I'm gonna show you this picture, and I'm gonna show you the ancient ancestors in a second, cause my sister KJ wanted me to zoom in. So can y'all see it? Can y'all see it better now, or did y'all need me to
Yep,
zoom in
yep,
some
Uh-huh.
more?
yep.
Y'all, all right, hold on. Now I came out. All right, let me get back to 175. So you can see that's why I was showing y'all. They're doing, and they do this to the murals. They do this to the pottery art. Any chance they get to whitewash, they gonna whitewash. As long as they can preserve the face or the facial feature, They won't even change the facial feature. They'll just whitewash it and debate with you all day. That's why they want to debate, because they want to cause confusion.
They did a bad,
Hold on, bro. They want to cause
they had a
confusion
mess.
to throw you off. Go ahead, follow.
They didn't half-ass job as usual because they got one that come looking pale around like they had a team.
You said what?
I said they did a bad job at trying to Photoshop the photo.
Man, it's look, bro. At this point, look, Stephen Redcliffe had said something in respect to Stephen Redcliffe, bro. I ain't even know you was I ain't even know you was on the history like that. He said Opelousas Indians in Louisiana were all people of color. I'm 20 minutes from Opelousas. I'm 20 minutes south of Opelousas. You know what I'm saying? And that's obviously a indigenous term as well.
Yeah, my
You know,
uncle live in Opelousas. I got people right in Opelousas.
yeah, like most of the like most of y'all town names across, because it's not just Louisiana. Most of y'all town names across America kept the terms. You know what I'm saying? These people can't pronounce this shit. These people
Cause
like
I was born in New Orleans. I know I was born an Indian.
these are facts, man. But look, this is the
I know
thing
I
too,
was
though.
born an Indian.
It's the thing too. So look, let me get to the ancient ancestors right quick, because y'all want to see some confirmation. Let me show y'all some of the ancient ancestors right quick. Where y'all at? They coming up. So these are the ancient ancestors. These are the Mayan. That look like my uncle right there. You know what I'm saying? All copper colored people. This is a chief. He's
But
put. What's up?
you know, I want you to educate the folks about hair, okay? Because I got in a debate with somebody who was talking about and it's a shame it's a melanated person talking about Indians have good hair and we have nappy hair, and they
Number
think that an Indian has to have indigenous person has to have beautiful hair texture in order to be a indigenous person or have to be indigenous to this land. Will you explain to the viewers that our native, well not native, our Aborigine people hair texture came in all different. We see this is where I get back to the original factor of the original people. We have all textures. Our people have all textures. We the original people. Okay? We don't, I don't understand why people can't get in their head that we don't have to. You don't have to have Pocahontas hair. Go ahead, brother.
Hold on, bro. To answer your question, and to anybody that's confused on this, whatever style texture whatever style texture hair you have is Indian hair, so-called Indian. Because let me tell y'all something. Anything that's in the so-called English, we didn't call ourselves that. So a lot of people aren't going to agree with what I'm about to say, but all the names that we're known under, you know what I'm saying, that's what they called us. We didn't call ourselves these terms. I know we adopted terms, but we didn't call ourselves a lot of the terms that they call us. Indian as well, you know what I'm saying? But since we use that term, I'll roll with that for the context. But whatever texture hair you have is Indian
Well,
hair.
that's why
You
you
know what
don't
I'm
get
saying?
light. You don't get lights in your head. It protects you.
This this
Your hair protects you from lights and stuff like that and bugs. Go ahead, brother.
man, look, I'm not a hair expert. I know my sister, like she be going in to a more masterful degree than what I can do. But I know for me, I'm growing my hair out right now. And when my hair is short, it's straight. You know what I'm saying? Parts of my parts of the way that my hair grows out is real straight. And then as it grows, as it starts to grow, it'll curl. And then I
Yes,
get
I have
different
straight hair too. I don't have. I have straight. My hair
when
is
it's
real
real
straight.
short. When it's real short, it's slightly curly, but it depends, man. Like it'll be straight at times. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, because in my opinion, as I got older, my hair texture got finer. You know what I'm saying? But like the whole thing about hair, and like my sister, like I said, she explains it way better. Is our hair is multifaceted. Number one, the curls, the curls are known as, you could say, concentric, or either tight or loosely curled. And as you know, depending on, it's in the DNA as well, but depending on, I don't, in my opinion, I don't believe uh where you are determines your hair, the quality of your hair. Now people's scalps can dry out, you know what I'm saying, depending on what region that you're in, but the actual hair, and like I said, I'm not a hair expert, so y'all women don't come, you know what I'm saying, don't come throwing tomatoes at me, nothing like that. But just from my own personal experience, you know what I'm saying, no matter where I'm at in the country, whether I'm in the West Coast, whether I'm in the South, my hair texture is always going to be what it's going to be. But my scalp, depending on where I'm at, will either dry up, you know what I'm saying, or lose its moisture.
That is great. What he said, Geo said, melon makes everything. Yes, it does. And we create everything. Okay.
And look, it's nothing wrong with so-called naps though, because right now my shit nappy. You know what I'm saying? But once we do what? What's the ultimate source to get rid of them naps? Water. You put water on this hair. You know what I'm saying? Try to pick your hair out or try to comb your hair while it's dry. But as soon as you touch water to it,
shout out to Wahadni.
It's way easier to work with. And like I said, man, I wish one of the sisters would come up that's a hair expert that could help add to the bill. Because like I said, I don't want to BS nobody. I could just only give you my personal experience. But I know for sure, no matter how nappy or so-called nappy the hair is, hit that hair with some water and see if it's functional again. You're gonna be able to get through it. Oh,
I can
well
tell
now
you,
get
I've
peace,
had those
brother.
before.
Peace to my brother.
I've
But
had
now
those
get peace.
before. I've had braids before one brand not just too long ago, from last year. When my braids was lined up, I said, "Yep, my braids is Indian based. They literally lock together. They literally lock together. The hair crumples up together. It's just like every other Indian hair. When it's curly, it crumples up. Whether it's natural, it crumples up.
Something wrong with your you're blacking out on us, brother. Nazi, you're blacking out. You're kind of blacking out on us.
Yo, check.
They I
All right.
had braids before when not just too long ago. I've had them before. When my hair was locked up, even when I had my braids, my hair would crumple up, like literally. It would crumple up like, and hair strands sticking out on top of my braids. Like I'm a Indian, like a Cherokee or a Choctaw Indian. And I say it right then and there. That's how I hair, whether it's natural or curly. You could be Chickasaw. My uncle is Chickasaw. His hair curly, short and curly. I said that's all hair. Whether it's natural or curly, that is our natural base hair.
Hey,
That's what
I
our
agree.
natural hair look like. It don't
Like,
always gotta be the same. Our hair is not the same. It's two different builds in the same genetic
Well,
stance.
you gotta think about different tribes. Okay, we got multiple different types of tribes. Okay, that's why I keep telling the brothers and sisters, understand that we all come from different types of tribes. Okay, and and we all the same people, but we got different families, different tribes. So that makes a lot of sense.
hey, Gio said something that I've heard before, and I believe that he said, he said, hair is your antennas. Pardon me, hair is your antennas, connects you to the land. I also believe the antennas connect to the sun though. Why? Because when you have a flower, right? And salute to KJ, because I told her in the chat, great minds think alike. But when you look at the sun and you have a plant, water is key. You can't have too much water right, Peanut? Or what's gonna happen to the plant?
The plant gonna die. Excuse me, I done choking.
Cut you off guard. My bad. The plant gonna die. Facts. Go ahead and drink your water, Peanut. But if the plant has too much sunlight, same thing. You know what I'm saying? It causes the plant to wither away. So that's also what I refer to as above, so below. You know what I'm saying? Because just like how with us, you know what I'm saying, we need our sunlight, we need the rain as well, you know what I'm saying, for from nature and for us personally. But you look at to finish my analogy, when you look at the hair, i.e., or you look at a plant, you know what I'm saying, you or whatever, you're gonna need that balance. You're gonna need that mixture of good vitamin D from the
Real
sun.
rap.
What's up?
I planted some watermelon today. I planted some squash today.
That's what's
I
up.
did let's see, I did watermelon squash. I did corn. I did a bunch of and did some cucumbers. That I did that today. So I did some planting today. But before I got, I mean not today, yesterday. Oh, Lord, not today. But yesterday I did that. I got a chance to take care of it on Sunday. So yeah, I want people to get into with that too. Go ahead, brother. You can finish it up.
I mean, that was pretty much it. Like I said, y'all, I ain't no hair expert. You know what I'm saying? I could just only speak from my personal experience, what I see with myself, with my lineage, and I go on from there. I ain't gonna lie. I want to get back to showing the ancient ancestors right quick because Peanut threw me a curveball on that hair. You know what I'm saying? But I wish one of the I wish one of the matriarchs would pull up, you know what I'm saying,
Hold
so
on.
we could do a section on that or a segment on that. But let me go back and share my screen right quick, Peanut. Let me get it.
Hold
A real rap.
Yeah, let me get it for you. I love looking at the ancient ancestors, man, because number one, like I said, we have to learn all our history, man. We have to get back to being able to explain like what we're looking at and what we're seeing. All right.
on.
Look at
Um,
that, yeah. We ain't got that long before the new year kick in, dog. The new year, April 1st, man.
it's coming up. It's coming
Yeah,
up,
the
man.
new
Yeah,
It's
year,
that's
coming
on
up.
my
April
birthday,
1st,
y'all.
man.
That's on my birthday.
Yes,
It's
the
coming up.
Yeah,
real New Year.
look,
The
I want
real
all
New
y'all to be
Year.
ready. I want all y'all to be ready because on my birthday, which is April 1st. We're gonna be doing a major live. Real rap gonna be rapping it. I want to get all everybody to show off for my birthday. I'll be 46 years old. All
We
right,
got
go ahead, brother.
We got you. I took a screenshot of this, man. The damn message sign got in the way of it. But this is a chief putting on our indigenous garb. And I'm gonna show y'all what he's putting on in a second. Go down to the end. This is see, like you have the ancestors helping them put it on. And what they used to do, they would whatever they conquered is what they wore, right? And I'm about to show you that in a second. So we conquered we yeah, I'll say conquered. I'll say conquered. We conquered the Jaguar, so we wore the Jaguar, but we gave honor to the Jaguar. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Dog Fly, brother.
This is and salute to Wanagi again, bro. I see salute my G and salute to Mr. Dark Fly brother. This right here
We all know Wanagi. Wanagi is fire,
is the
brother.
truth.
That's one of our fire, brother.
Wanagi is the truth. Period.
That
Wanagi
is
is
the
the
truth
truth.
right there.
Y'all go subscribe to Wanagi. Hey Wanagi, drop your link in the chat, man. Yeah,
Drop
everybody
your
go
link in the
subscribe.
chat. Wanagi.
Go subscribe to Wanagi, man. He be putting out that fire.
Wanagi is our Miyagi.
That. So look, so this right here is kind of hard to tell. It looks like I can't tell on this image, man. It's another type of animal. Um, hold on, let me go to a different picture because I got it zoomed in on another one. Let me see. All right, there we go. All right, so this is the jaguar that he's wearing. This right here looks like a squid, right? This right here is a turtle mixed with another animal. And if you notice, if y'all can see it, he's got the checkerboard pattern on his tunic. And they all have locks. All of them all have locks. They all have locks. You can't see his locks because it's being covered by an indigenous garb. But this is the jade mask. You know what I'm saying? And you got the hieroglyphs up here, but I'll get to that next. This is the jade mask. And I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna Google some of the jade masks in a second. But what we did is, once again, we wore what we conquered. So these niggas is about to get their issue. These are the Tejo and the Tonkatons I was referring to earlier, traitor ass niggas. And there's a sign, there's a consistent sign that our ancestors made with our hands. It could be known as peace, it could be known as mercy. It had multiple meanings, but basically when you take, and they still all our signs, you know what I'm saying? All our hand signs, they still all our signs, but it is what it is. But that's why when you have the so-called gang culture, you know what I'm saying, they still use these same ancient hand signs. But when you take, basically, if you take your index finger and your thumb and you put it together, kind of like the so-called OK sign, that's what they're making. And you're gonna see that. I'm gonna show you that in a second. You're gonna see that consistently. But what happened is they peeled their I was following a lecture earlier on this exact image. What happened was they peeled their fingernails off. That's why they're looking at their hands like that. This cat got his eyes plucked out, got his locks ripped out and cut out. That was a sign of shame. And because we had a governmental system, we would have different punishments for different crimes. You know, but any crime against your people is death. Period. So they plucked his eyes out. I wish it was a better image, man, so y'all could see it. They tore his locks out, tore his fingernails off, and then stabbed him to death. He's begging for mercy. Now, if you go back to this picture, right? Oh, my bad, y'all. If you go back to this picture right here, this is another image of it. This is a reprint, though. It's a reprint, but you can see the matriarch right here. Why? Because the matriarch was a part of our governmental system. She was at the head, man.
Tell them that we wore animal clothing. I want you guys to understand that we didn't have that Native American Indian attire on. We wore
No,
animal clothing. I want you guys to understand it. I forgot to let people realize we wore animal clothing. Go ahead, brother. I'm glad you shoot dimes like this.
I got you. So look, this is an ancestor right here chopping the head of one of these tail in the Tonkaton. You can see his head is on the platform. His head is on the platform. Once again, this is a reprint. That's why it's a little clearer. This is a reprint of the older picture that I just showed. But he's chopping the head off of one of the tail in the Tonkatons. And once again, it's kind of small to see, but you have the checker pattern right here again. But yeah, man, these people steal our information. And salute to my dog, Hardline Boss. I don't know if you're in here, bro, but salute to Hardline Boss, man. One of the, I, I, I believe my brother
Shout
from the
out to
West Coast.
Hardline Boss if you're out there, brother.
Yeah, that's
Right.
where I got these images from, you know. And then I went back and researched them and found out for myself. But I got it originally from Hardline. So salute to my brother Hardline Boss. Now this is the same hand sign again. Notice, like everything that you're gonna see is as above, so below. He has his hand up here. He has his hand down here. Now his hand got cut off. The picture got cut off. But this is an alligator, crocodile, or caiman, whatever you want to call it. Yes, we conquered
Yamc,
that too.
Yamc,
We conquered that. He's wearing an alligator head
Yamc.
because they conquered that. Let's get to another picture. These are chiefs as well in a meeting. Now it got cut off, but one of the chiefs was smoke. I don't know if it's him. Oh, but one of the chiefs was smoking a cigar in the picture. They were waiting in line, I believe, to talk to the chief. But these are regional chiefs from the lecture that I was watching from the lineage. These were regional chiefs. They're all chiefs, but they're regional chiefs because we had what's known as chiefdoms, and we would tie into one another. Now, I wish I had my phone. Let me see. These are the matriarchs. Once again, as above, so below. But these are the matriarchs right here. All right. And oh, 1 second. You're going to see this a lot too. This L shape with the 90 degree. I'm not sure what this sign represents yet. I'm still studying on it, but I see this everywhere. This is everywhere. I see that everywhere on all the art. You'll see either the L shape, and then there'll be hieroglyphics within. And salute to my brother Cheap Peanut too, man, because he had posted a picture with the arithmetic, and that's something that I want to continue to learn is the Mayan counting system because we had a 20 point counting system. But salute to my brother for posting that the other day, and I'm gonna try to find that picture. And I'll explain that as well.
Yeah, check me out on Instagram. For those who out on YouTube, check us out. I do a lot of pictures on Instagram, a lot of imagery on Instagram. If you want to you want to snatch them off, you can do it. I'm on Instagram. Check me out on Instagram, Peanut Nola 504. I also have part two and part one. So in Peanut Nola 504 TV and Peanut Nola 504. Now Peanut Nola 504 that's my private page. If I think that you're a part of the team, then I'll accept you. But the other one is an open page. So
All right,
it is what
I'm
it is.
just I'm
Go
just
ahead,
waiting
brother.
on this picture to pull up. Was it your second picture?
Yeah, I don't know. You know it. You can find
I'm
them.
trying to find it. I'm trying to find it without going to the DM, man. No, it's not this one. Let's see. I don't know where it's at in the DM. I know you had sent it to me, but I don't know where it's at. Let me see. I know you had just posted it, man. You just posted it. Like, okay, look, there you go. All right, so look. So our ancestors were advanced, but we were advancedly like we were good at making things simple for us, you know what I'm saying? But it was advanced to the rest of the world. But that's what we would do. We were so complicated, you know what I'm saying? We would find ways to simplify everything, because when you got swag like that, when you got what the young boys say the juice, when you got the juice, you could style on them, right? So this is the simple way to do it. A dot, one circle represents one. Obviously, two, three, four. Now, when you get to five, the ancestors used to make it a bar, a straight bar, and you'll never like when you have the dot system, when you have the points, you won't have more than four over a bar. Once again, the bar represents five. So you have one, two, three, four. Once you get to four, we'll make a straight bar. That would be considered five, six, seven, two dots over the bar, that's seven, three dots over the bar, that's eight, four dots over the bar, that's nine. Then we
Shout
got
out to
two bars.
Janae.
We got two bars. Salute to my sister Janae.
Janae
Salute,
and LJ Crump. Shout
salute,
out to
salute.
LJ Crump.
Salute. So when you get to the two bar, now you have 10. So when the rest of the world was counting, because they love to say, I hate that shit. The History Channel, all these fake ass scholars, they love to say that we didn't have a zero. How you don't have a zero when we have a 20-point counting system? It makes no sense. Now, this didn't go to 20. This particular picture doesn't go to 20. We have 10. We have two bars. We have 5, 5, 1, that's 11. 5, 5, 2, that's 12. 5 plus 5 plus 3, that's 13. So this particular picture stopped on 13, but it's known as a 20-point counting system because once you get deeper into it, we would use seashells. A seashell could be used as a base, and then you would put a dot and that could represent 20. There's so many ways to get 20. You know what I'm saying? I could sit here and talk another hour, but basically, I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna find some more information on the arithmetic to be able to show that it was advanced, but it was simplified. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at hieroglyphics, hieroglyphics is known. We had something called a syllabary. So we could, when you look at a hieroglyph, it could be a syllable, it could be a word, or it could be an entire phrase. Then you can have hieroglyphs within hieroglyphs. That's why when y'all see the totem poles, that's our origin. And it represents a lot of times where you are, who's in power. It could have multitudes of information. It could have history within it. There's so many things that our ancestors would do because we had lapped the world. We had already took our victory lap since before time was created, or excuse me, since before time was recorded. Pardon me. Since before time was recorded, we had been running laps around around what people would call life. Man, we had this thing figured out. That's why we would do this. That's why we would let me go back to my page. That's why we would have our ceremonies. Why? It's just like today. We party today. Y'all party today. Partying comes from because when like the whole thing about like sinners, right? Like people want to talk about mounds and stuff like that. When we would come and gather at mounds, it was multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? But as you can see, the ancestors styling on them. You know what I'm saying? Hitting them with the dab real quick. They dabbing. He just didn't bring the elbow. Nothing new under the sun. He look like he about to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Just like when y'all was little, y'all remember first day of school, y'all put y'all whole outfit together, couldn't wait to go to school. He got the same look. I can't wait to turn up, goddamn it. I can't wait.
Oh man,
We're gonna smoke that herb. I'm gonna show y'all something else.
Makers.
I'm gonna show y'all something else because we've been smoking herb for a very long time.
here's why they say, here's why I tell people,
Is it
weed is
me?
Hey,
not
you
a
might messed
drug.
up, man. Hey, you
Your
might
mic
Weed
is
is a
messed up, brother.
God-given, God-created plant.
okay, now it's good. All right, say that again, Nas.
That's why I tell people, weed, people, and it's wrong. They say it's wrong to smoke weed. Smoking weed is not wrong. Weed is a herb God created in His own image for a reason. It is not a drug.
I don't
Weed
know.
is
I
a
don't know.
natural plant.
I don't know if y'all ever seen this, but it says cigar, cylindrical roll of tobacco for smoking, generally pointed at one end and cut at the other. 1730 is when they found out about it. You know what I'm saying? Or when I'm not gonna say when they found out about it because we was smoking in front of them in the 1500s when they pulled up on us. But 1730 is when they jotted it down. I'll say from Spanish cigarro, probably allegedly, but nah, it's not probably from what Maya Sakar to smoke rolled tobacco. So they telling you the Mayans were smoking what Sakars, rolled tobacco leaves. I'm about to show y'all some pictures. I'm gonna go back to my Instagram in a second. I just wanted to get this right here. If y'all look up, look right here, wooden cigar Indian. We're about to look that up right quick. But look, let's read. It says cigar box is from 1819, cigar store from 1839. The wooden cigar store Indian is from 1879. American English with wooden images of feathered Indians or so-called Negroes are mentioned outside tobacco counter shops in England by 1852 and are said to have been in earlier use on the continent. Exactly. I'm about to show y'all what they saying.
And weed was here before cigarettes.
Of course, but we grew. See, like the cigarette shit today is not what the ancestors smoked. When that's the whole thing for Washington and Thomas Jefferson and all them niggas wanted to take over Virginia and take over the tobacco trade. I'm about to show you. We smoke tobacco, but we smoke natural tobacco. It's not this processed
Yeah,
shit that you have today.
yeah, because those cigarettes nowadays, they wonder why that stuff stink. It's processed tobacco.
Right.
That's what they say. Get them Indian cigars and Indian cigarettes. That's the real deal they sell. They sell you real natural cigarettes. Those are the ones you can smoke.
Let me see
But
right.
they legalize them because they know what it is. They know if you can, they know they're making money off of the processed cigarettes and got you thinking, hey, no wonder kids smoke. It helps. That's why I wouldn't even blame a 13-year-old smoking weed to cope with themselves.
Let's see. Indian. Let me see. Cigar Indians. I'm gonna do it like this.
Where you at,
Cigar store.
504? 504, where you at, bro? You sleep?
Charles Johnson, when they first arrived, hold on, let me see that comment. I gotta see that comment.
Respect me like that, man.
Let
I
me
was
see that
I was doing
comment.
what the ancestors was doing.
Mm. Let me see this the comment. When they said first arrived, when they first arrived, we were smoking trees, wearing gold, and playing sports. That is true.
Hey, check this
That's
out, y'all.
true.
Check this out. That's what I wanted to show right quick before I start showing the pictures. It says because European carvers had never seen, and look, before I read it, they always gonna try to tie you back to Africa. That's what I respect about Peanut. He let you know what I'm saying? You have to follow the information, but just know they always gonna try to sway you to Africa. Even when they telling you tidbits of truth, they still gonna try to sway the narrative to Africa. But I'll read this anyway. It says
No, some kind of way.
because European carvers had never seen a Native American, these early cigar store Indians look more like Africans, so-called Africans, with feathered headdresses and other fanciful exotic features. These carvings were called, quote, black boys or Virginians in the trade. Eventually, the European cigar store figure began to take on a more authentic, quote unquote, authentic, yet highly stylized native visage. And by the time the smoke shop figure arrived in the Americas in the late 18th century, it had become thoroughly, quote unquote, Indian. All right. Now let's get some. Let's go back. Let's get some images. Let's go back. Whitewash Mongoloid. I want the unfortunately, y'all, I'm gonna have to put black. Pardon me, because that's how you have to look it up. Unfortunate. Here we go. All right. So these right here are your cigar store Indians. They used to make these and sell these all over the world because the world wanted to know what we look like and who we were. All so-called black people, man. But these are the Aborigines of America. Now I'm trying to get the I'm not trying to show the Mongoloid versions, but y'all get the point. Now this isn't a cigar store Indian, but this is who y'all were referring to earlier. This is Powhatan from Virginia. This is who y'all were referring to earlier. You know what I'm saying? That's in the museum in Virginia. Let me see. I want to show y'all some jade masks from earlier. Let's see. Mayan jade
Shout
masks. I'm
out
gonna
to
show you.
Copper Color Nation. Shout out to Copper Color Nation. Shout out to Old Son. EP. Shout out to you.
And you're gonna have Olmec, you're gonna have Mayan. I can go through some other lineage as well. But these are oh damn. Let me go back. Hold up. Let me go back one. Got to scroll down. These is what your ancestors made, man. And salute to my mentor for putting me on to this. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, they
I've
hitting on
seen one of the masks before. I've seen
yeah,
one in the movies. I
yeah,
forgot the name of the movie, but I saw that mask that looks a lot like that, but they put a whitewash
exactly.
mask up because they try to hide it. I'm like,
Look at
hold
the
on.
look at the eyes, man. I'm about to show y'all the ancestors smoking for real. But all look, he's got the almond shaped eyes, nose. Now the lip is a little thin, but that's because of the material. But I'm gonna show you why. And man, this shit is detailed, man. I'm telling you, bro. Like the ancestors was a fool with it. Ancestors was a fool with it. I'm hold on, let me zoom out. And you're absolutely right, Nas, because they have no history, so they gotta steal ours, man. Mongoloid it, whitewash it, but the truth always gonna come out. Watch. Let me go to the next one, cause I'm gonna find some better ones. I'm gonna go to the one where I was just at. Let me see. I'm gonna go to the old Mac too.
For those who just coming in, shout out to all you guys. Remember to hit the like button. Please get that like buttons up. If you don't like the content, please hit the dislike buttons. but please help the Aboriginal road. You know what I'm saying? Please hit the like button. Also share the video. You know what I'm saying? You heard?
I've seen that exact mask in some movie. I've seen that mask. That face.
Yep.
I always used to think this a weird looking Asian looking mask, but it kind of look like alphabet.
Hey, your mic is
Now,
messed up again. Nas,
mm,
I got you.
Mac, that mask. I said I used to say that mask looks kind of Asian looking, but I said it looked like it's some kind of Indian descent looking mask or something like that. I
This right
said,
here is
look,
thi- this right here is mixed, man. Like, look at the eyes. Nobody has eyes like this. They're not gonna teach you this, but this mask is mixed with sometimes we would mix human features with the animal because once again we gave respect to nature. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where to find it, man. Now, like if I was prepared, I could have it all in slides ready to go, but this is an impromptu. But that's what we used to do. They would take like not all these are pure human faces. You know what I'm saying? They would take features from animals and mix it in with the face as well. But I want to find I hate to have to do it like that. Let me see.
Anything to make a buck off, bro.
Let me show y'all some Mississippian culture artifacts. I'm gonna come
Shout
back
out
and
to
do.
everybody that's out there in Texas. I just made it in Texas. Just left the Louisiana coastline. Now,
Safe
now
travel.
I'm in. Now I'm in Texas.
Safe travels. Safe travels. Now this is a what they would say is a ball player. I'm gonna go back and sometimes they call it chunky. Oh, I'm trying to remember the ball game because it's got a couple different names, but I know one of the
Somebody
names.
is static right now. Real rap. Somebody is static.
That's not me. Let me check. No, it's not me.
While real rap is talking, hit the mute button.
Hey, look, 1 second. Look, let me come back, man. Let me go through my archives because I don't like to do bills where I'm looking up stuff. Let me just go straight to my archives so I can have it set up. Y'all go ahead and take off and take over. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead on 504 Indigenous Warrior. You take over and then go. Najee, you build with him. Go ahead, brother. Where you at,
Oh,
Indigenous Warrior?
were you dead wrong, 504?
Go ahead on,
I know
Najee.
that nigga was
man,
smoking herb and then fell asleep.
after just seeing that, I'm like, whoa.
Nah, I
After
got
seeing
you.
that
Nah,
mask,
bro.
I used to see that in childhood. I've seen that mask in childhood. I kept questioning the back of my head. One of many of thousands of questions I never could figure out. What is in the symbolism of that mask if they're not telling us? I said, now finding out. Until now, those are our ancestors. They look like our ancestors. They formed our state to make sure that they showed in some other form of way of what we really look like through masks. I said, man, the
I know we a
facial
little.
features
I
is
know we've been on a
critical.
little longer than expected. I know because my brother, Chief Real Rap wasn't expecting to have such a long live today, but we're gonna do this again too, and we're gonna start doing much longer lives. I know you guys. We're trying to get the information out there, and I want to thank everybody who's in the chat who are being patient because we're trying to get more information out here. Um, Chief Real Rap is the Reverend. He's the Reverend in our sector. He's gonna show the message. Okay, it's up for you to decide. Okay, you can question anything, but check out what the brother is saying. Okay.
Hey, at the end of the day, I said this earlier, man. Y'all more than welcome to go and research this on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, I'm here to present the information. Now look, let me go ahead and share my screen. I just pulled up some Aztec jade mask too. I'm gonna go to my archives on the last one on the next time, because we are running long. We almost 3 hours in. I ain't even realized we was almost 3 hours in, bro. I love cooking like this. But if y'all notice, right, got the lazy eye. I don't know
Yeah,
if my
man.
screen is sharing yet.
What's up, brothers?
Hey, share my screen, Peanut.
I ain't sharing your screen, man.
All right, shut your ass up, 504. Let me see. So as you can see right here, man.
Yeah, he know how to get lost. Look how long he been. He knows how to get lost
You
when
know what I'm
important
saying?
hey,
moments come.
hey, I was talking to the ancestors.
Yeah, you was probably doing. You probably looking just like
Oh,
this ancestor. Eyes blow. You know what I'm saying? Eyes
Exactly.
low.
There you go. I look like as my brother. That's me, man.
Look at
You
this
look at him, you
ancestor.
look
He
at
was
me.
really high. Look at man. Look how high he was getting, man. Stupid.
he look
Fact. That's
high as
me.
a
All
kite.
this.
He
Stupid
look high
high.
as a kite.
Back. Higher than a motherfucker. Look,
Cause he
another one.
was smoking,
Higher
smoking.
than a bitch. Smoking that good down there in Mexico. Smoking that good, you heard? Smoking that good. Smoking that gas. I told
Yes,
y'all I was gonna
Lord.
fuck y'all up, man. I just had to find you. Hold on. Bro, like I got a whole bill saved with just pictures of the ancestors without the whitewash, without the hijack. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like being up here having to search if I'm not prepared. But I appreciate all y'all that pulled up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the whole lineage. I appreciate Chief Peanut for letting me build and share my passion, because I have a passion for learning and I have a passion for sharing the information. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I don't believe that we should be trying to hoard this information. You know what I'm saying? If I had more time and I was more prepared for the Jade Mask, I blow some people's mind in here, because my mind was blown. The same thing I'm doing for you is what was done for me, and that's how we have to do. We have to pass it on. Why? Because it's not all about us having the information just to hold it, just so I could try to
Yeah,
sound more
that
intelligent.
information don't just belong. You know these arrogant son of a bitches out here think that this message belongs to them, just only
Whoa.
them. If this for your people, share it to your people. This don't,
That
you
is
know, this
true.
ain't just your content. This is everybody's content. You heard me? Go ahead,
Hey,
bro.
that's what I was saying earlier. That's what I was saying earlier when I say the information at the tip of your fingers. You just gotta go find. It's public information. Half the stuff is public information. You just search for it. Just put the effort in. You'll be amazed what you come up with.
Yeah, we just gotta do the work, and we're gonna be doing this a lot. High Chief Real Rap. We're
Yeah.
gonna start expanding a little longer than this. We're gonna
Hey,
this
look,
is
this is what I'm
this is
doing,
just
y'all.
more
Hey,
to
look,
come.
this is what I'm doing. Look, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I want to show y'all one thing, because Sean said something that caught my attention. So let me go back. Let me go back to my Instagram right quick. Now let me answer you a question while I'm looking this up. What I'm
They
doing
try to
is
sell. They do be trying to sell the information.
no, not try. There is no try. There's only do or do not, and they do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's the thing. Because that's what I work. That's what I work on every day, is to take that word try out of my lexicon. You know what I'm saying? I work every day to take that out of my lexicon, because I'm sitting in my house right now, right? And I could be saying, "Oh man, I'm trying to build my people." Peanut, man, I'm trying to see you, dog. 504. Nah, I'm trying to see you, dog. I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen you in 2 years, but I'm trying. Nah, man, the hell with that trying shit. You either gonna do it or you ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? We need to remove that word trying out of our lexicon. It's lazy. You know what I'm saying? You could be trying for 40, 50 years and ain't never got shit accomplished. But if you're working towards your goal, that's showing
That's right, brother
proactiveness.
Charles.
Let me find this, man. What was I looking
That's
for?
right, brother Charles Johnson. That is right. Because we get so many people. Oh, this is my content. No, I want you guys. This is our content. If we all are indigenous people and we all are of the same tribes, we the same people. We supposed to educate. What you say, 504? Each one teach one, right?
Facts, man.
Yeah,
Facts.
heard me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You heard me?
Man,
Yep,
I was
no.
talking
Miss
shit.
LJ, Miss L, shout out to Miss LJ Crump, always supporting the channel, always keeping it live. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to EP, out there trying to, they're trying, she telling y'all if y'all want to donate, donate. Don't hate. It is what it is.
Y'all give me 1 second, man.
It's
Hold
just the
on.
fact that, man, we just can't just be like, we can't, because you got some content that I may want. You can't be out here just selling the information
Shout
because you
out to
think you can make a
Sean.
buck
Shout
off
out to Sean. That brother Sean, let me tell you something, 504. If anybody follows Sean Yashura on Instagram, that brother there got a fire Instagram, man. That brother there got a fire Instagram. You heard me. Check him out on Instagram. And like I said, we got to support one another. Copper Color Nation. I just love Copper Color Nation. You know what I'm saying? I'm meeting all these copper. I don't know what Copper TY. I'm at I seen Copper TY early on. Shout out to that brother. He must have had to do some things today. You know what I'm saying? EP is always representing. I don't give a damn where. EP be everywhere. Every time I'm looking at, she's supporting the community, and this is what we talk about: supporting each other. Okay, we are on down for it if we're not supporting each other. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
that
bro.
is true. We are our worst enemy sometimes.
These are facts, man.
Always trying to get ahead. Don't care who they mess over in the process, as long as they get ahead.
But look, the answer your question, Peanut, while I'm going through it, because I'm trying to find one image. I'm gonna have to just email it to myself because I ain't gonna be able to find it.
Yeah, because we're gonna stop at 7:30.
Oh look, found it. Here you go. Found it.
All right.
Found it. I'm gonna have to come back and share my screen. Let me get because my internet's starting to trip because we getting too hot. You know what I'm saying? We getting too hot. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. See, all y'all gotta do is scroll through this. Now, Pinterest is dope. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I was sleeping on Pinterest. All right, let me come back. Now to answer your question, uh cheap peanut, what I like to do, you know what I'm saying, while I'm doing what I'm dealing with is go live on your channel. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a day you choosing. But uh I like to build with you, you know what I'm saying, and
Well, we got a
build with the
connection, brother. We got a perfect connection. It is what it is, and this is the indigenous team, okay? And
right.
we're indigenous team, and and like I say, like I said, we just got that perfect connection, bro. We're gonna keep it live like this for good. That's just the way it
For
is,
sure.
bro.
For sure. Now to Sean's point, and yes, man, Sean Israel, man, that's the homie. I believe my dog from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Philly. But this right here, I wanted to show. I couldn't find the one that I'm looking for. This is one of them. But the ancestors made all this, man. Ancestors made all this, and what they do to Sean's point, they take our artifacts and they sell it all over the world. She's holding a baby. She got the feather crowns. This wasn't like people don't believe that our ancestors was able to make stuff like this, man. Man, I'm trying to find the image of the one of the artifacts that got sold, man. They sold it in it was similar to this right here. They sold it in I
Shout
had
out to
posted on my
Bronze. Oh, we shout out Bronze, man. Shout out to Bronze.
hey, Bronze Warrior. I said it earlier, bro. His mama named him Kurt. I'ma call him Kurt, but salute to Bronze, man. That's my dog Kurt from Homer, man. Salute to the Homer tribe. His mama named him Kurt. I'ma call him Kurt. You heard me? But you know what I'm saying? It's an image, man, where they sold. It was, and I posted it on my Instagram. I forgot to save it. It's in my phone somewhere. Where it was a beautiful Aborigine couple. You know what I'm saying? And they were they were posed in a position similar to this, but the ancestor, like the man, he was holding up the matriarch, and it was a beautiful picture, man. And it wasn't a picture, it was a it was a antique clock that was made, and it was sold for like man, I want to say like 165,000, something like that. I got the image in my phone. I'm not gonna be able to find it on here. But that's what they do. They take our old artifacts and move it all over the world, man. So salute to Sean Israel, man. That's my bro from Philly. Other than that, I'm good,
Sleepers
man. I said
gaming
what I was gonna say. We 3 hours in, man. I appreciate you.
and Geo.
I appreciate you letting me cook, man.
Okay.
Thanks,
I'm gonna get
man.
these last words going on, y'all. What a day! What a day! A great day for Aborigine. A shout out to everybody. Shout out to Aborigine Power who showed up. I seen him in the chat. You know, I seen him early on. Came through. I even seen. I think I seen Lyrica. I seen Sister. Chief Lyrica. We had some great people. Chief. Stephen Red Clay, Chief Wahagni. I seen a lot of heavy hitters coming today. Shout out to all y'all and all the great support that you guys give to this channel, man. Wow, it's unbelievable,
Hey, and salute.
unbelievable.
And look, salute to Tasha too, man. Before we leave, salute to Tasha
Yeah,
because she gonna feel some type of
salute
way.
to Tasha.
Yeah, because she gonna
Look. That sister
she.
there was cooking today. When I
Oh,
tell you
she
that,
stay
I was
cooking.
looking at everything. Man, cooking, stay cooking. Man, you always welcome here. You
Look,
always welcome here.
I wanted to know, you know what I'm saying? We could see you, we could see you, God. The thing, I don't be reading the chat like that. And if I'm building, I don't read the chat until somebody else talking and I kind of check in. But we see, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody shutting down your First Amendment. We see and we gonna shout you out. So salute, salute,
And
salute.
shout out to Charles Johnson, one of the
Yeah,
most
Charles
I
Johnson
like.
too, man. Charles
Man,
Johnson
that
for
brother
the
there is
great
one
energy.
of the most positive
KJ,
young men,
salute to
bro.
my sister KJ, Lady Solo. Man, that's a lot of people.
Lady Solo,
My
Lady
sister
Solo is one
Janae.
of our regulars that always show up.
Facts.
You
Yeah,
got
man, because I don't
with my go ahead,
I
brother.
don't want Tasha to smack a bitch around here. You know what I'm saying? I know some of us finna slap a whole chart. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want Tasha to have to smack a bitch around here for
What?
not giving her credit. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna
Yeah.
salute.
Shout
You know
out
what
to
I'm saying?
Tony. Shout out to Robert Jones. Robert Jones. Shout out to Mr. Golf Fly, brother. That brother there always supporting all the Aborigine channels. I always see Mr. Dog Fly, brother, everywhere.
Mr.
Everywhere.
Dark Fly
Uh,
brothers, salute.
oh
Hey,
yeah.
hey, salute my brother
KJ.
J Real, god damn it. Hey, you know what I'm
J
saying? Good
Real.
job. Yeah, salute to that's my real brother, man. Real lineage. Like, salute to my dog. Since day one, you know, like I said, I'm going through something right now. I ain't gonna get into it, but
Fire Lord.
my bro been by my side from day one, as well as the rest of the people on the panel, as well as people in the chat,
Geo.
man. You know, I truly do appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the way that we build. And I do this for y'all, man. This ain't for pats on the back and nothing like that. I appreciate it and gratitude, salute. But like I said, it's my passion, man. I stay up all night building, you know what I'm saying? But I know everybody got, business to tend to. We all have personal lives. So, but I want to, say a special salute to my brother J Real. Hey. Good job, dude. Good job.
Don't give up. See,
And
that's why
let me tell you something. I know you don't see these other two talk as much as you see Chief Real Rap, but let me tell you something. Like, everybody, please subscribe to Brother 504 Indigenous Warrior. That brother there, let me tell you something. That brother there is one of the most loyal and I want to say indigenous. Well, his name is just what he is, okay? And he's my co-host. He's been co-hosting this channel from day one. Also, Naja Welch. Let me tell you something. Naja, I want this young brother here. He's learning every day, and he's our little comedian on the panel. We love having him on the panel.
Cat Williams.
Yeah, that's
I
our
need a
little Cat
Cat Williams
Williams on the panel. You
impersonation,
hear me?
B.
Yeah. And for future references, we would like to get some more female presence on the panel. If you guys would love to come on, you'll always be welcome on the open panel. But I'm going to we're going to start off with Naja Welch. Go ahead, little brother. You can say, start, we're about to close, but say your last piece, brother.
Hey, we gotta keep to it. We waking up. Let's stay waking up. We can only go. We can't. There is no. They try to make it the limit the sky, but guess what? Let's break our limits. Stay breaking
That's
our
right.
limits.
That's right.
Adios.
All right, Indigenous Warrior 504. Go ahead, brother.
Man, this
504
nigga
Indigenous
always
Warrior.
hit the weed and walk off. God damn.
Man, look, I don't know what he's doing. He probably on that. He drinking a Hennessy or something, whatever. You heard me? Look, you go ahead, real rap. We gonna
I got you. Hey, look,
there he is.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
504.
Hey man, don't you ever come at me like that again, Peanut Nola, man.
Go ahead, bro.
You know, nah. Wait, I didn't hear what you said though, bro.
You're doing your last intro, dog. You know what I mean? Your last outing.
Oh,
Your last
we
outing.
all,
So we're
nah,
getting out
man,
of here.
nah. Oh no, all jokes aside, all jokes aside. I had a good time, man. I enjoyed it. Very informative information though with Brother Real, right? It's always there. You know, I had a good time, man. You know, but we have to, but at the end of the day, man, we have to stick together because we all we got. And we know how they rocking out, man. So the thing is, we have to come together and strategize. But if we do it, man, we gotta be real with it. You just can't be fake with the bull, you know? If you're gonna
That's
really do
right.
it, you gotta really do it. Because at the
That's
end of the
right.
day, you gotta realize you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your grandkids, your great grandkids. It's a lineage you gotta protect.
That's right. All right, go ahead, Chief Real Rap.
These are facts. These are facts. Nah, man. It's always, but that's how we are. Look, so I want y'all to understand this. And salute to my brother Nas, man. I know he hopped off, but salute, man. You know what I'm saying? How we interact with one another is how the ancestors interacted with one another. So the ancestors would tell jokes, you know what I'm saying? The ancestors would laugh about stuff, but we go in too, you know what I'm saying? Just
That's
like
right.
how just like how the brother Park said, not a killer, but don't push me, you know what I'm saying? So when you get us to that level, we're gonna defend what we're gonna defend, and we're gonna ride and stand on what we're gonna stand on. And I want to reiterate that, man. What
Okay.
Follow Four Brother said. We all we got. Like we literally all we got. Like I want y'all to understand that, man. You know what I'm saying? Parts of y'all's so-called family. I say so-called family because y'all know what that term means, but the term is lineage. But parts of y'all lineage is coons. You know what I'm saying? Because parts of my lineage is coons. And sometimes you can't try to sway. And when I say coon, I just mean like unlearned. You know what I'm saying? I don't really mean
That's
coon
right.
like that, like a lot of people are unlearned, but some of y'all do have coons in y'all family though. I ain't getting off of
Oh
that.
man, they love the white man more than they love you.
Facts, you know what I'm saying?
They
My
like
own
their cat and dog.
hey man,
I seen them they love dogs and cats more than they love you. Go ahead, brother.
facts, man, facts. So I'm saying, but no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like how 504 brother said, we have to teach each other. And when I say we all we got, that's an understatement because when you go out into the world, you have to fight people that look like you. Number one, then you got to fight that Slav. Then you got to fight that Mongoloid. Then you got to fight that Siberian, African, on and on so forth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of people we had to fight. Salute to my brother J Real. That's why people want to claim that Africa shit because it's an easier battle. I don't have to fight for Africa if I'm living in America. I'm gonna just complain, keep begging for reparations, and keep living this bullshit existence.
Yeah,
And
give us some
enough
food stamps. Give us some food stamp and welfare. We satisfied.
that
Give us some Section 8. We satisfied. And we tired as a nation of people. You know, you've been suckered for so many long years. It's time for to wake your ass up. Wake your ass up. Go ahead, brother.
facts. Wake your ass up. God damn it. Wake your ass up. It's too late in the day, man. Like it's too late in the day. Like now I don't mind. Like I have patience. I have extreme patience for my people. I don't have no patience for no BS nigga. You know what I'm saying? No so-called black person, bro. Like or a black person. I don't have no patience for somebody that want to be black because we learned earlier to be black is to be dead and
They
all kind of
did.
other definitions, man. And at the
Man,
end of the
brother, I
day,
was on TikTok because you know your brother, your chief on TikTok too. And I was on TikTok. And they got a poll talking about who you think you is. You stealing everybody. And if you would get off of welfare, I said, let me tell you something. You pig, you slob. Realize that food stamps was made for your ass. Now go look at the statistics. Food stamps and welfare is a white thing. Okay? Don't sit here and make like melanated people are the only ones are getting assistance from the government. This is why we gotta have our own government. Okay? This is why we gotta work on getting our own government. Because them people, they make a mockery and they the ones who are eating off the system more than your ass is eating off the system. Go ahead,
Our
government.
nation is our government. Our nation is our government. Our nation is our government. We have to get back to this nation building. Now, salute to the matriarchs that have more information than like when it went on that nation building than what I have.
There
I'm
go
not gonna go.
Cherokee. There go Cherokee.
There
Where
she
she been
go.
at? She come on and all late.
Hey, Cherokee, I said for you. Fuck Google. Fuck YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. Yeah, I said for you. You know what I'm saying?
Tell
Because
you
I
right.
know we were saying it earlier, y'all. It's not the fact that y'all are cursing in the chat or saying anything wrong in the chat. It's the fact that when this video drops, a lot of people watch the video with the chat. I know I do. You know what I'm saying? I'll listen to the video, or if I'm moving around, I'll read the chat to try to understand what's going on, because it's great information in the chat. So they censor you in the chat. So when the playback goes on, people aren't able to reread your beautiful comments. That's why they
That's
do that.
right. That's right.
And they
That's right.
can't censor truth. You know what I'm saying? They can attempt to delete the comments, but they can't delete my voice, and they can't delete our energy. Period.
That's why I got
Our
myself
energy is
off of
what's sustained.
monetized. I decided not to be monetized because monetized only going to keep me from building what we trying to build. I'm getting tired of telling people don't curse, don't do this. Hell no, I don't need to be monetized. Okay, I don't have. I dropped off the monetizing shit. I'm done with it. You guys, I'm here for my people. Whatever you guys want to do, like I said, if y'all want to donate to the channel, donate to the channel. I don't need to be monetized. Okay,
For sure.
it is what it is.
And I can respect that, man. And see, that's the thing, because y'all was talking about that earlier. And I don't want to get long with it because I know we at the 3 hour mark. But the thing is this: my brother Peanut 504 is one of the most passionate speakers I've ever felt. Last night we were talking about empath. Now I don't have a lot of information on it. I got to do my research on what an empath truly is. You know what I'm saying? I gotta continue to do my research. But the little bit of information that I do know on it, I know it's being able to receive like basically being a conduit to where you can receive and transmit energies or other people's energies. That's why it's so important to not have bullshit conversations. You know what I'm saying? I work my hardest to not have BS conversations, because that takes from your energy. It drains your energy. That's why I don't watch TV, because it drains your energy. If I do watch TV, I guide what I watch. I don't watch the news.
Yeah, you gotta watch that jingle. Go jingle.
Hey, I'm telling you, look, I said this earlier, bro. Whenever I'm feeling bad, if I do feel bad, I'll put on Django just the last 10 minutes, though. I don't watch the whole movie. I'll put on the last 10 minutes when all them pale faces were getting slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I do, though. That's just me. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, where I was going with it is, we have our voice, what I was saying earlier, and to my and back to the point with Chief Peanut, my bro's got a beautiful voice, man, as far as being able to reach the people. You know what I'm saying? He's got his way, I got my way, and we meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
right.
passionate. I'm passionate. I'm not gonna say as passionate, because my brother go off. And my brother tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. That's why I got so much respect for him. And when we build offline, which I tell y'all, build offline. That's why when I go live, and I'm gonna tell my brother to put his Instagram in the description, we're gonna build this channel up. You know what I'm saying? Because I told my brother earlier, we're gonna start using the hashtags. So whenever you see hashtag Chief Peanut Nola 504, you can put that in, and we're gonna have a whole slew of our videos. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
that's
right.
what I want to do. I want to help my brother build, because the bigger he gets, the bigger his message can get to more people. My brother is not a celebrity. My brother does not do this shit for money. He does not do this shit for everybody to give him pats on the back. He do it out the love, man. And that's what all y'all in the chat do it for as well. I just wanted to make my brother the example. But y'all do this out the love because you people of light. You are you're light bearers.
The
You
Most
are
High chosen people.
you
You the
light
Most
bearers,
High
man.
chosen people. You the people of the sun, the highest energy. You
Facts.
are the people of the. See, when y'all sit there and think about a Most High, y'all think about some man in the sky. I'm telling you, you are the energy. You are nature. You are the trees. You are everything.
And that's why
Go
you have
ahead,
to be
brother.
tapped into nature. You have to stay tapped in with nature. You know, you have to stay tapped in with nature. Like I didn't come into the knowledge of this till about a year, maybe a year and a half ago. Going outside. I used to do it as a child, but I didn't realize what I was doing as a child. I used to run all over my yard, the neighborhood, no shoes on. Why?
That's
Because
right.
when you implant your feet back into the soil, and then you have the energy of the sun and the rays of the sun, you're being charged up. Why do you think children have so much energy? Children have natural energy. Our babies have natural energy, but they're energized not only through the seed of the womb, through the matriarch, but they're energized by that sun. That's why when you have the so-called Big Bang Theory, that's the seed leaving the man, fertilizing the egg of the woman. Boom! There creates an energy explosion. Boom! That's where they get these concepts from. And guess what? Our ancestors taught the world all this shit. Nothing is new under the sun. Period. They didn't teach or develop none of this. That's why I said earlier with the zero. The world didn't have the zero, but we did. You know what I'm saying? We've always taught the world. And if you read h.con.res 331 House of Congress, uh they tell you it's it's a key word. The word is immemorial, pardon me, immemorial. And in that phrase, they say that we've been here immemorial. When you look up that word, immemorial means before recorded time. They know who we are. We have to get back to knowing who we are and who we've always been. But at the end of the day, man, my final point, everything that we do is not for just us in the time period that we live. It's for the children, man. People forget about that. It's for the children. The nation that we want to build, the changing of our situations that we want to change, that's not just for our personal uh sanity or enjoyment or nothing, none of that.
You can't build
Yes,
tribes without children.
facts, man. They say what? It takes a village to raise a what? It takes a village to raise a child, man.
Child.
And that's who this is for at the end of the day. People forget sight of that. You want to set this up as much as you can for the children so they don't have to come out the blocks cold like how we did. You can give them the baton uh with a lap done. You know what I'm saying? We're great. And you know why we great? Our generation is great because we're the ones that brought light back fully to our people. If we don't get to the promised land of, seeing these people removed from our land, that's okay because you were the start of changing this, and we ain't going back. I'm seeing it, bro. I'm seeing it in real time. People finding and coming to the light. And one thing about the light, once you know the truth, your mind can never go back. Whether you decide to not live in truth, that's your decision. But your mind will not allow you to go back, and it's gonna play it. People that know the truth, that's why they're plagued. That's why they come here and troll these channels, because they plagued by the truth. Because their mental won't allow them to have peace. Their spirit won't allow them to have peace. Because their spirit knows the truth. This is just a fleshly body, man. But
The
our spirit,
body, the body is a shell that you
facts, it's just a
borrow.
shell.
The
Facts.
spirit, and that's why I be telling people about ancestors and stuff like that. The spirit, your ancestors are not hurting. They're not nowhere in the skies. Where they are they're doing just fine, and they're painless. Ancestors, they're among us right now. A spiritual person believes in. And that's why I tell the difference between spirituality and religion.
Mm-hmm.
Religion believes that a man is going to come out of the sky and come save the world. Where then when we talk about spiritual, a spiritual a part of you understands that we never die. That no matter what you see, that's what that we have to understand that you will never die. It's just you borrowing this piece of body, and the body you're born, the body is born to die, but not the spirit. Okay.
And science, they tell you energy is neither created nor destroyed. So pardon me, y'all. Regular people know this. Pardon me. In science, they tell you that energy is neither created nor destroyed. So even layman people understand, but they don't fully understand because of the indoctrination. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna laugh, man. But I was challenging my pops the other day because my pops is one of them religious niggas, right? So I said, nigga, if your Jesus died on a Friday, nigga, how do we get from Friday to Sunday and that's 3 days? How, nigga? That's not 72 hours. Nigga, when I get off work on Friday, I get Saturday, Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Monday, like that's a 72-hour cycle. You know what I'm saying? If your fake ass Jesus was was allegedly buried and all this other bullshit and rose, how the fuck did he rise on Sunday? Nigga, that's not even a full day. Niggas can't tell time. Charles Johnson. That's the problem. Niggas like my pops can't tell time, man. They don't want to know. That's why I say, like, I'm not afraid to call out coons. I don't care how close you is to me. If I give you the truth and I break it down and you have an understanding, but you don't want it, that's on you. Like how they say, you could bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That's why we don't debate with clowns. We don't debate with clowns, man. We don't debate with trolls. We don't debate over the truth. You expose it, you shine it, and you keep it pushing.
I told people a long time ago, I said, let me tell you something. I said, how the hell, they thought I was crazy, right? Because I see spirits. And I told people, I said, if you don't see spirits, you're not spiritual. If you don't have the gift to put your mind into something that you are, see, that's what we lack of. A lot of you guys don't realize that we are surrounded around spirits. And people are afraid of, see, I seen it as a child, the stuff they call the boogeyman. I seen a lot of stuff, the people say, oh, because you from New Orleans, that's that voodoo inside your ass. No, our culture, our people are gifted. Our people, our culture is gifted. We can see the dead. We can see the living. We celebrate the dead. We can see through the evil people that lives amongst us. There are evil people who lives among us, and they just naturally demons. And that's just my opinion. So you can see a dog and a cat. If a dog and a cat don't go by them, this brother. So I'm a spiritual person who believes in the spirit. I don't believe in these theories of what the white man has put us in with this falsified church stuff. That's not gonna get you nowhere. Understand how you live your life, how you treat people is gonna get you somewhere. How you live your day-to-day duties in your life. And that's what makes you a great person. How you live, how you do your thing every day. You don't have to preach, you don't have to tell people what you do, you just do it. And we try to bring our culture, our people together because we are the lost tribes. We are the lost tribes. There are a lot of people who don't know who they are. And that's what this, it ain't about talking shit about Africa. It ain't about talking shit about Asia. It ain't about talking shit about nobody. It's about us, the lost tribe that nobody talks about. Go ahead, brother.
That's facts, dog. Because I'm sick and tired, bro, of everybody being able to celebrate their culture, their heritage, you know what I'm saying? Their lineage, their origin, all this shit. I'm tired of always make the example. I'm gonna do it again.
They're not being called racist. They're not being called racist, real rap. When Jewish people who stole who stole the real Jews lineage, the Hebrews, when they can go around and celebrate promiscuous and all that bullshit, it's okay for them to do it to enjoy their heritage, which that's not even their heritage. They
Hey, let me tell
still
you this, bro. I was talking to Chief Sunall today, and we had brought up the Holocaust, right? The Holocaust lasted for X amount of time. Nigga, we still going through our Holocaust, nigga. We still going through our shit. And that's the whole thing about them Khazars. I won't call them Jewish. They Khazars. You know what I'm saying? They are part of the banking system. And they are the big, well, I ain't gonna say the biggest, but they are a big part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing is, when you understand that, number one, they dominated by not trying, they did it, making you forget who you are, but you never forgot. Somebody just said it in the chat. The memories in the DNA. You know what I'm saying? It's always in you. It's just people's hubris stops them from just having basic common sense. That's why I hate religion, bro. I hate it with a passion, because religion takes out all the
it's
logic.
a
You have no
cult. It's a
logic
cult.
when you one of these
Religion is
religious
a
ass
cult.
niggas.
It's a cult, brother.
It
It's
is
a
a
cult.
cult, nigga. It is a cult. My nigga, they say in the Catholic Church, you got to drink the blood of Jesus, nigga. What the fuck? I ain't drinking no blood. The fuck? But they call us, um, what is it called, bro? I got a damn brain block. Cannibals. They call us, they try to say we cannibals. No, nigga, y'all was cannibals. Y'all here drinking the blood and eating the body of your fake Jesus, man. Get the fuck out of my face with the bullshit. And then on top of that, look, this would piss me off. Even when you tell them that they fake Jesus would have been a melanated man, you know what I'm saying? Never existed, but the context has him as melanated, not a real person though. Do you know I got niggas like my pops that'll tell me, bro, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get down on your knees, and I say, and do what? And do what? Fuck your sky daddy, nigga. And do what? The letter J wasn't invented till the 1600s.
They
And
don't
do
want to teach
what?
that. They don't want to teach that the letter J. They called him Yeshua. He was never called Jesus. And it sickens me that people don't want to read. If you're going to be religious, read, damn it. You don't even read your own Bible. Some of you guys are Christians and don't even know the Bible. You got women up that the Bible contradicts on many ways. But they don't tell you that they don't even want women preaching in the churches. Corinthians 14, verses 34, it says, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted to them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience. It's also said the law, if they should ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church, but yet you got women who preaching in churches. It's contradiction. That's my problem with religion. Contradiction.
Facts, man. Facts. On top of that, how you gonna have, like, that's how I grew up. That's why I stumped Christianity out in general, but I focus on Catholicism, because Catholicism, you'll have an all so-called black church doing what? Worshiping a what? A Slav pale-faced deity. But guess what though? Hey, hold up, bro. Hold up. I gotta share my screen on this one, bro, because niggas ain't never seen this shit before. Hold on 1 second, bro. Let me hurry up and pull this up, because this is important. Let's see. Worshiping. Let's see. Watch this, y'all. Shit fucked me up when I saw it. I was like, what? When I first saw this, I was like, bro, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Let's see where we at. All throughout Europe, man, I hope I could find it, man. All throughout, look, here we go. Let me see. Is that one? Oh, I can't tell. Hold on. All throughout Europe, and I've seen it in Canada. I've seen it in Toronto. White people worshiping black deities. Why? Because I told y'all an hour and a half ago about the Holy Roman Empire. That's how they subdued them. Black people subdued so-called white people with religion. and then they flipped it on them. They flipped it on them. Religion was given to the Slav, man. It was for the Slav, to keep the
Yeah,
Slav
they
in
got
check.
all that. They got all that off the Roman and all that. They got them out. They went up there in Kemet, Africa. They copied the gods of Kemet, and a lot of people don't understand that Christianity was copied from Africa. It was copied
Found it.
from Africa.
Found it. Hey, I'm coming back. Hey, look, share my screen right quick, bro. 1 second. Tab. Google share. All right, go ahead and share my screen, bro. Y'all type in. Y'all can jump on y'all Google and do the same thing. All you got to do is type in white people worshiping black Jesus. You're going to see white people worshiping a black deity. Behind closed doors, this is what they do. Nigga, you are their God. They worship and they worship you, they emulate you, but they do that to your face and behind closed doors. They just do it in a bastardized way, but they do this. They worship the ground we walk on. And the ones in Europe, they still serve their masters. That's why I told y'all with the Django example. When you watch Django, go back and watch Django and understand what I'm saying. You watch Django, skip to the part where you get to Candyland and you get that coon ass nigga Steven coming outside. Steven in front of the curtain would show respect to a degree to Candy. But behind the curtain, who was giving Candy all his instructions? Who was giving Leonardo DiCaprio all his instructions? A so-called black man.
They call you a monkey. They call you a monkey, but they got the thin ass lips. We got them big bubbly, good old kissing, big nice lips. But they
Not
want to
even
call
that.
our lips. They want to talk about our juicy, nice big lips. But monkeys, chimpanzees got thin ass lips.
This is the thing. They tell you they come from monkeys, man. I ain't never said that in my life, man. I ain't never claimed that. But you got so-called scientists and scholars that tell you they people come from apes, monkeys, all kind of shit. I ain't come from no monkey, nigga. My people were fully formed. I ain't come from no motherfucking monkey. Just like how Cat Williams said. You know what I'm saying? I wish my nigga Nas was up in here, man. But like how Cat Williams said, like what happened to the other monkeys? Were they the slow undeveloped? Like what happened with that? That's why I say all you gotta do is question they bullshit and they can't answer it. That's why it's the theory of evolution. That's why it's the theory of Big Bang. It's theories, man, straight up out of thin air. It's the theory of Darwinism. They're all theories, man. None of that shit is
We don't
true.
grow no tails neither. We don't grow no tails neither. I can show you. Why don't you pull up the tails, brother, while you got the computer? Show them. Look, we might as well go ahead on and end
I
it
got
like
you.
this.
Come on. Fuck. Come on. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I'm
Goddamn. I'm
sorry I
petty.
let the
Let's
panel
get it.
go. I know Indigenous Warrior cussing us out right now. Go ahead on.
I
You
got
might
you.
as
I'm
well.
pulling it up.
You
Hold
might
on.
see y'all think we up here just talking shit, but we gonna show y'all where these Neanderthals have had a history of tails, but they call you a monkey. They call you a monkey, but they got tails growing on their ass. Now where the hell that come from? You think we just made this up?
Share my
Let me
screen.
know when you got it, brother.
Share my screen. We up.
Here you go. Well, hold on 1 second.
This for you, nigga. This for you, because you always love exposing them tails. This for you.
Here y'all go. Here y'all go. Now, come on now. Do y'all see our babies coming out like that?
Hell no is the answer. Hell no. Hell no.
I'm just, I'm 9 and 9. Oh, 9 and 9. Now, where that come from? Where that come from?
Make them say,
Where that come from? Where that come from? Where that
and the
come from?
99
See,
and the
the truth
2000
hurts. The truth
and the
hurts.
99
But who the
and the
monkey?
2000.
Who the monkey? Can I get a witness? Come on now. I want some. I want some chicken and collard greens.
Yeah. And my people say
Yeah,
stomp. And my people
yeah.
say stomp.
Come on now. Let me hear
And
you
my people say
say
stomp.
amen. Some salami and cheese. Yeah.
Facts. I got enough of this nasty ass kid beast. I got enough. Let me stop sharing my screen. I got enough.
To be
I got enough.
continued.
God
There's
damn it.
gonna be another bill. We're gonna make a bill out of that. You heard me? We're
Let
gonna
my
make a
people
bill
say
out of that.
stomp. Let my people say stomp. You know what I'm saying? I promise to stomp the whole stomp.
And
Nothing
nothing
but
but the
stomp. Do you
storm.
know this, man? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna stump that bullshit out, Sharif. We don't want to hear that bullshit, Sharif. I'm tired of
We
these.
fall down,
I swear to
but
God,
we get up.
facts.
We fall
You
down,
better sing
but
it, Peanut.
we get up.
Hey,
We fall down, but we get up. Oh,
hey,
there you go, brother.
I got a rhythm for you. You better stay on beat with it. You better stay on beat with it. You know what I'm saying? You better stay on beat with it. But nah, man, that's right, man. Look, even though that's some old, you know what I'm saying? What my brother said is right though, bro. Like, cat, look, we take hits to the that's why I work every day not to have pride. Because I tell people, I know one of the brothers said it earlier. Look, I treat myself like I'm a baby in this knowledge. I tell people that I'm a baby in this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I had 31 years of indoctrination. So I have to, it's like a pH scale. If I had 31 years of indoctrination, that means I'm in the negative 30. To get back to 0 point, I had to spend another 30 years to get back to 0 point. Then spend another 30 years to get back to where I should have been. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what keeps me humble and maintain, you know what I'm saying, in the knowledge, because I don't pretend to know everything. I lean on Peanut for a lot. And me and Peanut, just like I'm sure a lot of y'all do, you can spar. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that I disagree with, I'll kind of
Boy,
spar it
we
out a little
drag
bit.
out this me and this little brother right here. Y'all don't know us on closed doors. Y'all don't know how we are. we talk all the time, and don't think we agree with everything. And that's why I love him to death, because we learn from each other. No, I can sit back and think about our turn, even though I'm older than him. I could come back and say, you know what? Damn, bro, what you said was right. And I come right back to him and I apologize, and we build off of that. Okay? He even
Same thing.
we battled over corn versus flowers, but we realized that they both was the same use. Okay? So we learned it together. All that pride and shit. Y'all get y'all feelings and throw that shit out the window. We trying to save our people. That's all we doing. We all we got.
These are facts, bro. These are facts. These are facts. These are facts, man. These are facts. Let me
Yeah, let me close this thing. Go ahead,
close
brother.
it
You can.
out, man. Close it out because we're gonna keep cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna find a couple sections so I can repost. That's all I asked. Lineage, repost the information because
Shout out to Harris in the house. We just got a
this
new
for
one just came in.
this for my brother. You know what I'm saying? This is for my brother to help build his channel, but it's really for y'all and y'all's people. You know what I'm saying? Because the more the information gets out, the more awareness that we have. Like I used to hate. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna close out on this. I used to hate how when they were showing our people murdered on TV, they would say certain people in the media, certain people that have a little notoriety would say, "Well, black people are bringing awareness to what's going on in America." Let me tell you, man, they ain't never stop persecuting our people, whether they do it through the knowledge, whether they they do it with mis and disinformation, whether they do it through paper genocide, whether they do it through physical harm. They've been attacking our people since they got here. That's the
That's
only
right.
way that they're gonna survive. To come together with us in harmony is their death. It's their death sentence. And they know that. They can't come together with us. They just pretend to do that globalization to keep the people confused. They don't really want to come together with so-called black people. For what? Why am I gonna come together with a people that I'm working on dominating and keeping them in submission? And let me tell you, they've never had us in submission, no matter what you read, no matter what they try to show you on TV. They've never fully had us in submission, ever. I was reading the other day when Hernan Cortez came to the southern region of America, because like my brother say, all the way from Iceland or Greenland, pardon me, through Canada, through North America, through middle Mesoamerica, South Central and South America, all the way down to damn near Antarctica is one landmass, and it's all known as America.
That's
But
right.
like how my I forgot my damn point. I was gonna say the whole thing about what my brother is doing is something great. And all y'all are participating in this because at the end of the day, we build off of each other. Y'all tell me all the time, iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. You know, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you read as far as when it comes from them, because you have to take it with a grain of salt. That's where I was going. So when you look at Hernan Cortez, they'll try to make it seem like he came to South America and just dominated, and that's not true. When he came to the eastern part of what they know as South America, number one, he got fucked up. You know, it took the Spanish over 180 years to colonize parts of South America. They not gonna tell you that though openly. These are facts. You know, you've never fully been subdued. The African can't say that. If you were fully subdued, why are you still here? The African got subdued fully and he left. He didn't stay in his homeland. He want to be in your homeland. Certain people in Europe got subdued because just like what happened over here happened over there. Parts of their people helped that fucking Slav to gain power. And then the Slav traded on them to a degree.
I don't know what's the problem with with melanated people. Even when the African people, some great Africans who will tell you, hey, y'all, we love y'all, but y'all not we're not the same people. And then y'all get upset when people like Chief Real Rap and myself get up here and tell you that we're not the same people, and then y'all look at we delusional, we stupid, but y'all never once get upset with the Africans who say that y'all don't belong there. And
Hmm.
I never, it's crazy. We can get real Africans to come talk to y'all, and y'all still gonna, they reject y'all, and y'all still want to be African. What's wrong with being American?
Mm-hmm.
I
There's
don't, I
nothing
don't get
wrong
it.
with it. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong in knowing who you are and being proud to claim your heritage and who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's why, I tell people, bro, don't give Paleface too much credit. Cause once again, to finish out that like what I was explaining, once Hernan Cortez got his ass whooped, that's when he started to use some of our people, in order to get to Atlan. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is this, man. Um, they've never just come here and subdued you. You've always fought. Yeah, our ancestors, my ancestors, your ancestors, we always fought. We never just took shit on the chin like that. That's what they want you to believe, so you don't fight.
That's
Because
right.
to tell you the truth, would give anybody inspiration. When you know that you are the greatest people on earth and you have the greatest story never told, once it's fully told, and our people, once again, they waking up, they ain't going back. The ones that are waking up, I can't go back. I can't go back to being a coon ass nigga. I can't go back to being with the BS, with the bull. I can't do it. Because when I was of the world, that's what I was. I was at, like, when I was in the military, you know what I'm saying? I was adding and unknowingly adding to my own colonization. And I denounce colonization with everything in my being. But once again, when you know better, you do better. When you get new information, you have to update your information, man. We can't stay with that stale old information. You know what I'm saying? I broke down Boys in the Hood the other day. It's my last point, promise. Broke down Boys in the Hood. And everybody growing up, when we was watching that, a lot of people, I ain't gonna say everybody, I ain't gonna speak for everybody, but I know me, when I was watching that, I used to think Trey was right. When Trey was pointing to Africa and all this shit, I used to think Trey was right. I used to think Bobby was on that BS. But the whole time, Bobby knew where he was from. He said, nigga, my brother, we from Crenshaw Mafia. We ain't from no Africa. African booty scratch. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia.
School
And
days. Same thing with
everybody,
school days.
say again.
Same thing with school days.
Mm-hmm.
The brother
Oh,
told him
I
I
love that in school. I love that scene. I
right.
love that scene. I love that scene because they tell you, they give you parts of your truth in theater. But when Bobby got up before that old African nigga threw that old weak ass right, you know, Bobby got up and stood on his square and said, nigga, my people from Crenshaw Mafia, meaning my people are from America, always been here. That's the whole thing, man. That's why I love these bills. I don't want to let y'all go, man, but I know my brother got to get his rest. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to close out on that. Peace, love, and light, respect and love to everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody who was on the panel. And I definitely gratitude to my brother, Peanut, man. Chief Peanut. Gratitude, bro.
Okay, we're gonna close this thing, but I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all this is another. I want to thank everybody who showed up again. This is another Indigenous exclusive Peanut Nola 504. Remember to hit the bell because YouTube ain't happy with me, so they're not gonna spread me around. So I need you guys to hit the like buttons and also hit the bell so you can get more of my content so we can spread this so we can spread all of this truth around, okay? Also, remember the disclaimer. Remember that everything that the opinions that's in my chat that is against Peanut Nola 504 and the people that's on the panel does not reflect the opinions of Peanut Nola 504. Okay? So also remember that we are all this is educational purposes, and this is all opinions of the Aborigine people. Okay? For those who are offended, I'm sorry. This is not the channel for you. Okay? If you believe that you're from Africa, I'm okay with that. Okay? If you believe that but if you feel like we're being a little bit bad, insulting to your culture, maybe this is not the channel for you. We're here to uplift our people. I have said this many times. Okay? If you believe we are attacking religious-based people, we're not attacking a religious-based people. We are here to talk about our people, and we're talking about we spiritual versus religious. Okay, so this has nothing to do with you. If it does not apply to you, please don't comment. Okay, so I would like to thank everybody that showed up and showed out. This was a beautiful bill. We definitely gonna do this again. And you know how I like to do it. I'm always closing out like this.